now green box, so I assume that means we're live.
We are indeed
Hello
live.
there, everybody, and welcome to probably the best piece of content we have ever done on this channel.
Certainly.
The One Piece Mustache tier list. There's not a lot to really unpack here. Basically, we're gonna just go through a number of One Piece characters, and we do apologize if this we did not make this Tiermaker list.
No.
And we apologize if any are missed. The problem is that there's far too many characters in One Piece, and the fact that the maker of this tier list managed to make this many is already an achievement.
There are, I believe, 127
Yes.
Characters on this list.
Yes. What I will say is,
Now,
in trying
here's the question.
In trying to research for this, so that I know who some of these people are, because I do not remember probably the vast majority of these people. I have found that there are some not on this list that have mustaches.
The fact that they got most of them on the tier list is still saying something.
I mean, yes.
Okay. Now, I have a very important question.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much a question, we have to set some ground rules, I think. And I think the most important ground rule to set is, are we ranking these mustaches agnostically, or are we also ranking them based on what these mustaches represent?
We are ranking them solely based off of the mustache and the compatibility the mustache has with the face.
Yeah.
So we are in no way addressing the wielder of the mustache.
No, we are gonna be neutral on the wielder of the mustache. It is solely on the quality of the facial hair.
That's a much more difficult.
I mean, there are some obvious
list.
S ranks and obvious F ranks here.
Okay. Also,
we should also go through the tiers.
Quality is chugging. Like the characters do look like a random collection of pixels rather than.
There we go. The quality cleared up.
Okay. Fair. Just
The kilobytes per second is in the 500s, and I don't know how to fix that, frankly, because it shouldn't be that low.
Yeah,
there's nothing we can really do about it right now, so let's just keep trucking on.
Okay. So I think we just say go then.
Let's just go through the tiers first. So up at the top we have Stash-tastic, representing our S tier.
As you must.
Expert as A tier, Professional B tier, Rising through the ranks C tier, OK D tier, Sus not gonna lie E tier, You tried F tier, and Disgrace is the trash. So, getting started, I'm just gonna zoom in. The first one up is Akahende, a Marine Rear Admiral.
Yes.
Get this trash out of my face. Okay, here's the thing.
It's not a bad mustache.
Yeah, so the mustache itself is basically not even trying.
Mm.
However, in combination with the face and the little goatee, are we counting all the facial hair or just the stash?
Just the mustache and how it complements the rest of the face.
I would say it's not bad, honestly.
I think we do also. I think we need to take into account how the mustache works with the beard as well.
Yes, I was gonna say, with the combination of the overall eye shape in particular and the beard, I'd put this solidly in the C tier.
Yeah, I agree.
I would be willing with this is rising through the ranks. Absolutely.
C tier is good. C tier is good.
So Akahende is rising through the ranks.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Alidine, a goat's beard Brotula merman.
Now, Alidine has a very epic beard, so his mustache is rather understated next to the
It
beard,
is a bit disappointing, yes.
but it is also fairly complimentary towards the beard.
It's complimentary, but I would not say. I would say that if this was a facial hair tier list, absolutely, it's great. But I would say that in a case where... Mill, please. In a case where the mustache is so heavily overshadowed by the beard, I would say it's below... I would call it D tier. I would put it in okay.
D tier seems like a good ranking for this one.
Yeah, I don't think it's... I don't think it's quite E tier, but at the end of the day, the moustache is only there because otherwise the beard wouldn't work.
Yeah. The mustache is supplementary to the beard.
Which is not the point of this tier list. And as a result, he will go in okay tier.
Alidine goes in okay tier. I don't know who this man is. Do you recognize him?
He is rocking that stash, though.
It's a pretty good stash.
He's the guy who takes...
He's the guy who what?
Like, he has stash in the name. He's the Marine wanted poster picture taker guy.
Yeah, he takes pictures for the Marines.
So what are we saying then?
Honestly, that looks like a pretty professional stash to me.
I'd say A or B. A or B.
It looks pretty professional to me, but I don't think he's quite reached the true expertise in the Tao of Mustache.
No, I don't think he's a true S tier, but
he's definitely not an S tier. I think
qualified for A or B tier.
I just think the understatedness of the actual tash itself brings him down to B tier. It's definitely a good mustache, but it's also fairly typical. Like, I think for A and S, we should be seeing
pretty normal orange tash.
No, the reason I call it professional is because while it's a good mustache, it's not a mustache that... It's a mustache that anyone can achieve with the right tools.
Yes.
So it is good, but it's not really... It's nothing unique to the character, I would say.
Yeah. So definitely unprofessional.
Right.
Yeah. This guy.
Professional tier, yes.
Who be this?
Avaro is one of the prisoners that Blackbeard freed.
Yeah, Avaro. Pizarro Avalo. His mustache looks creepy as hell.
It's not. It's like, but at the same time, that's kind of the point of the character.
I'd say put him in because he has a very sus-looking mustache.
Give me a second. So what did you say his name was? Bizarro?
Avalo Pizarro. P-I.
Ah, there it is. Yeah, I would say...
I'd say E tier.
Yeah. Because for one thing, it's not the same color as the rest of his hair, which means it doesn't really fit well on his face. And I don't know, it just looks weird with the rest of his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, now that I'm looking at the full picture, yeah, no, it's pretty sus.
Yeah.
It is definitely pretty sus.
Let's be real, it looks like he might have tried to outdo Whitebeard, but couldn't get it to curl up.
Yeah.
It's actually why he joined Blackbeard in the first place, is that his dream was to be the greatest mustache wielder in the world. but he was never able to defeat Whitebeard alone, so he had to gang up on him like a filthy coward.
Well,
Yep.
he's gone in fucking sus. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna say right now, even without knowing who the fuck he is, E or F tier. That's
This
not
is
a
a
good mustache.
disgrace.
That is not a good mustache.
You didn't even try.
Yeah.
Disgrace.
Yeah, no. That looks like he just forgot to shave.
Yeah, pretty much. This one, on the other hand, I think is closer to the top. Because that is a good-looking moustache that fits well on his face.
Oh, Batman?
Oh, right, I forgot his name was Batman.
Yeah, his name is Batman.
Who did we lose?
Not me.
We lost somebody?
Not. Oh, we're all here. Then why did it make the noise?
I don't know.
Okay,
Don't
never
worry
mind then. So I would say Batman's mustache. The thing is, it clashes with his tusks.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think it actually
Right?
works
Not a
quite
bad
well
point.
with his tusks.
It kind of works in a contrasting way, but like it causes a bit of confusion because while he does have the mustache itself is nice, but the problem is that the tusks almost look like they're trying to steal the show from the mustache, right? The tusks are kind of like a fake stash.
I can kind of see that.
I don't know. I think they work quite well as sort of the double layer of the curve. You've got the moustache that curves right in
Yeah,
itself,
but
and then
like
you've got the
that
tusks going around it. I think it actually works really well.
Yeah, but the problem is that I don't know, I don't buy it because like the tusks are just like they're misleading.
I think this is an A-tier moustache for me.
I mean, I certainly wouldn't put him in the low tiers. I do not. I disagree with A tier. The most I'd be willing to go is B tier. Professional. That's the highest I'd be willing to go. Jack, I believe you're the deciding vote.
Yeah, we'll put him in B tier.
Above or below Mr. Photo Taker?
Below. Easily below.
Below, yeah.
This man here.
Now, the next
Alright.
one is Baxter.
I have no idea who this is.
He's a Tontada.
Ah, I see. I'm gonna be honest. Those guys are not particularly memorable, except for the two that have names.
What was it? What was his name?
You know who I'm.
Baxcon.
Anyway, there's only two canonical Tontada. They're Leo and Tsundere Princess.
Hmm.
I mean, they're not the only
They're the
ones,
only
but they're the
ones
most
that
well-known
matter.
ones.
Let's be real.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Again, he's another one in the member of.
I mean, okay.
He only has the moustache because the beard would look weird without it.
He only has a mustache because it's
Yeah.
a beard. Because he has a beard.
I mean, it
I would
still
say
is a more formidable mustache than Alidine.
I would say we put him in the okay tier, but above Aladdin.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Come on. Yep.
This one, on the other hand, I like this one quite a bit.
I think it's a funny beard. Mustache rather.
Name?
Does it
Bishamon.
matter?
He's one of the Orochi Oniwabanshu.
You can say one of Orochi's ninjas.
Yeah, okay, he's a ninja.
So,
But it's definitely better than
like the
Orochi's
fact,
mustache.
I do like the fact that his mustache is complementary to his eyebrows. But the eyebrows don't really detract. I'm saying?
I can
Especially
see
with the
that.
lines of the face. I would put this in B or A tier. Maybe not as high as A tier. I don't think we've reached A tier mustaches yet.
No.
I think
Yeah, I
this
don't
would be B tier at best. I would say it's better than Pac-Man's, but worse than Stash Man.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. So, Monkey
Moving
Man.
on to Blackback BB, as he is known. I think that's a pretty distinguished pencil stash.
It does fit the shape of his mouth, and like here, I don't think the tusks clash at all. And like
Yeah.
the little inverse soul patch, if you can call it that, the little upside, like the little triangle at the bottom. I think it sets off pretty well. I would say
It might be A tier, honestly, in my opinion.
Again, I don't think there's enough pizzazz for A tier. I'd definitely put him high B tier, though.
this is very much
Definitely put him high B tier.
if this is
B tier still.
yes, I would say high B tier. I would say he's above Stash Man,
Yeah.
Picture Man, as we call him.
I think just
Okay, we'll
the
put BT at the top of.
Yeah, I think just the moustache, in addition to the beard and joining up with his hair and sideburns as well, really does just work for him.
Yeah, he's just got that good look.
Now we come to one of the most OP devil fruits used by one of the most incompetent users of said devil fruit, and also this is what we call contrast, because this guy and Gorilla Man have the same style of mustache. But you can see how having the same style does not necessarily mean the mustaches are equal. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna lie, this mustache is pretty sus to me.
So who the fuck is this?
I don't think it's as bad as Sus, but this is Bluno
Oh,
The-
right.
from CP9.
Guy with the portal power from CP9.
That's right.
You know, one of the most powerful devil fruits paired with one of the most incompetent users. Which happens a lot.
We're gonna have an even more powerful devil fruit in just a few people. But yeah, Bluno, I don't think he's particularly high tier in terms of mustache game. I don't think he's as bad as Pizarro, but I don't think he's particularly high.
Again, the attention for Bluno is taken by the jaggy beard and the horn hair.
Yeah. So I believe it's the similar case to Alidine, where the mustache is okay in terms of the fact that it complements the rest of the facial hair, but it's like by no means the main feature.
The other thing I would say is that the mustache works when he looks like that, but if he changes expression, then that mustache is just going to clash with his facial expression.
So I'd say low D tier.
Yeah.
Oh, that's E tier.
Ah, right.
Yeah, I think he's better than Pizarro.
Now, here we come to a guy who I'm pretty sure is like part of like Beige's crew or something.
Nope. Bobby Funk, he was at Dressrosa.
Oh, right,
at the arena.
Oh, the Amish guy.
He's the guy with the really lame devil fruit. No. He doesn't have lame devil fruit. His brother does.
So who the fuck is this?
His brother has a...
This is
the
Bobby
Boxer
Funk.
brothers. Remember the...
From Core to Coliseum.
No, I do not remember.
Though, he has a pretty good
So is
mustache.
the guy who's really buff and he has a very tiny brother who wears him like a suit, which is...
No, Bobby wears the other brother like a suit. Explain the mechanics.
One of them wears the other as a suit, which I've learned, to my horror, is an entire subgenre of doujins.
Let's not go there, but basically...
Why does that exist?
Fuzzy. Focus,
Sorry,
please.
Okay. Yeah, okay. He's got a good stash. Look, combined with the hat and the glasses, he looks very Amish.
I mean,
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
looking at his full hairstyle, if we were judging this on just hair alone, I would be putting him lower down because that whole fucking one-sided like dual ponytail thing does not work. But the stash works.
Stash alone is fine.
That
Yeah.
one is pretty good. I'd say B or C tier.
I'd say low B tier. I think it's definitely better than
That sounds...
whatever the fuck that guy's name is, Akahande, something like that.
Yeah.
But again, I do not think it
I
has
can agree
the
with
pizzazz.
that. I can agree with this. Yeah, I would call it C tier, yes.
I'd still say low
well-
B tier.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
I think it has.
I can agree with this.
I think it has just enough like character to take it to low B tier.
Completely fair.
This is another Tentada, isn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Which Tontada is it?
So this one.
I believe that's
again,
Bobamba.
doesn't matter.
Bobamba.
I feel like that name isn't okay for some reason. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, dude.
Anyway,
I like
think
the
he
mustache.
runs into the same problem as Bluno. The mustache is good as long as he maintains this facial expression.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It very much
Maybe
works.
C
I
tier
would
then.
say
It works if he's keeps his like resting bitch face, but if he tries to be happy, that mustache is gonna clash massively.
I would say put him in C tier, better, but it's better than Akahende's.
Yeah. Agreed.
I agree. Borsalino, aka
Now
Kizuru. Now this is interesting
okay.
because
This is yes, because it's.
it's obviously quite similar to.
Are you gonna go or am I?
I'll go. It's quite similar to this guy in that it just looks
What?
like he might not have shaved for a while or for like a couple of days. But I think that's purposeful and it fits his personality.
That's the thing, isn't it?
It fits his personality well.
That's the thing, isn't it?
It also fits
that's
his
who
face quite well.
He is, right? That's just who Kizuru is
Yeah.
as a person, and his mustache and beard is a perfect representation of that.
And at
Honestly,
least it looks fairly neatly trimmed, too. So
Yeah.
at least he puts maintenance into the mustache.
Yeah.
I would say Kizuru is the first example we've seen of a mustache that is tailored to the face, like, and to the person, rather than just a mustache designed by a stylist.
I think this is a pretty solid A tier.
Yeah.
Yes, I
agree.
I would say this is our first expert level mustache because I think that's the delineation. A professional level mustache is a good mustache that is complementary to the face, whereas an expert mustache is a mustache that exists in perfect harmony with the individual.
Yeah.
It's almost a mustache that has transcended the concept of facial hair. And become a part of your being.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't take this flowery language
I'm very passionate about
in
this
regards to mustaches. But yes, I agree. I do agree. Who be this
Next up,
fellow?
We are connoisseurs here. We are not, like, we're not amateurs at this. We are absolutely, we have seen so many mustaches in our lives.
Well, next up on our tier list is another obscure character, Boucher, who I believe is either a member of the Charlotte family or just one of the chefs. It's just one of the chefs.
Head chef of the first kitchen.
All right.
I
think the mustache at least works with the shape of the face.
Yeah, but at the same time, as a chef, you know he's gonna have to put a fucking mustache net over that thing every time he cooks.
Oh yeah, that's fucking not fun.
And again, look at the contours of the mustache and look at the mouth.
Oh no, that on the wiki, his main picture is of him smiling, and it looks weird because the edges of the lips go above the mustache, and it looks really weird. The mustache does not change. I'd say that's sus.
So you think
I'm gonna say that's sus.
E tier sounds good. E tier sounds good.
It is pretty sus, yeah.
Above or below is the question now.
Above.
It's better than Pizarro, at least.
Yeah. This man, who I believe he looks like one of the C train drivers.
Look, he's just incredibly
He's a C train conductor, yeah, Bouchon.
He's like, okay, the mustache is good, but he is just, it's a very generic mustache. And his face is also incredibly generic. I would put this extremely solidly in mediocre tier.
C tier? I think C tier seems
C tier, like even below Akahende.
Just give me a minute. My cat's being a bit of a dick. So, you can discuss Bege while I go deal with him.
Beige,
whatever.
Gotcha.
Al Capone. Let's just call him Al Capone so we don't have to pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Because who knows how to pronounce that name.
Capone, Capone B, as we will be calling him. Fun character. Interesting design overall. His mustache is almost non-existent.
The thing about Capone is there's a very, very important question we have to ask ourselves.
Which is?
Is that a mustache?
That's that is not a mustache.
No. Let me specify why I am asking the question. His son has the exact same mustache. And his son is a newborn.
Yeah.
So, what I'm positing is that perhaps this is not necessarily a mustache. Perhaps this is merely a skin condition that is genetic.
I think it's just the ghost of a mustache that died, honestly.
I would call this mustache a disgrace, honestly.
I would agree, actually.
It's worse than not having one at all.
Yeah, I agree. Though I will say it goes above, what's-his-face.
Whoever the fuck that is.
Now, this guy.
Catacombo, I believe.
He is a Marine.
Yes, we could gather that from the hat. The question is... Does the mustache make any difference to the face whatsoever? Like, imagine he didn't have a mustache. Would he look any different? And I think the answer is no.
I agree with you, actually.
The mustache isn't...
I would also say that...
It's probably going to be our first F tier, I think.
Yes.
I would also say it's too far apart.
Yes, Mel?
Like, it looks weird. For how far apart it is.
It doesn't feel like a mustache. It feels like a beard that's kind of grown. Like, it feels like he shaved all of his beard except... Like, it's not even that close to his lips.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, this is definitely you tried. It's not quite bad enough to be a disgrace, but it is very close.
He did try. Like, to be fair, he did try. He failed miserably, but he tried.
Like you can tell
now,
you can tell he's looked in a mirror and like tried to sculpt it and just hasn't managed to do what he wants with it.
Now we
that
come
is a
to
fun description of it.
One of the more interesting areas of discussion. Brownbeard.
Yep.
I mean, he has a nice, big-ass mustache.
It is a nice mustache. Now the question is, what is his true form? Is it the mustache or is it the beard?
That's the question. What part of it, or what part of the hair do you count as the mustache, and what part do you count as the beard?
And
Well,
part of
based
it
off
is
the
even part of his
close-up-
hair, right? Because part of it like goes into his hair as well.
Yeah.
So, looking at a close-up image, the mustache is fairly small, but it complements the beard pretty well.
I
Yeah.
would say that it's a pretty professional grade mustache. Like maybe lower on the professional grade. I think it's not quite as good as Photo Man.
I still think it's I'd say upper middle of a B tier.
I'm sorry, his name is Chadros Higeligus?
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
It is hilarious.
Which-
I love that.
To be fair, it explains why he goes by Brownbeard professionally. Because there's no way as a pirate captain he's getting respect with the name Jadros Higelgis.
Yeah.
No chance in hell.
But it's a great name, though.
It's a great name
like-
for everything except
it's
piracy. You walk into a pirate bar with that name, you are getting laughed out of it.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Okay, but, like,
I agree. It's a great name, but I'm just saying it's terrible for piracy. Terrible for piracy.
Yeah.
Any other situation, it's a
We
fantastic
agree on
name.
his position, I think.
Hmm?
On this
I would
tier
say-
list.
Yeah. We're gonna put him in professional just below Atash, I'd say.
Mhm.
Now,
Now.
up next is the first
What's
of
what
many
is this?
Charlotte siblings. Charlotte Babiroy.
That's Baviroy? Baviroy?
Yep.
Isn't OIS pronounced Wa?
Babiroy. Yes. I don't know. All of them are named after.
They're all named after foods, but a lot of them are named after French foods in particular.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a decent.
I thought he was
mustache.
a Marine for a second with the hat.
Yeah, same.
Same.
But no, he's not.
He's like the opposite of a Marine.
I mean, I'm just trying to find him on the fucking wiki. Figure out who the
Charlotte. D.
Okay.
Bavawa.
I
That's
think
it.
He's got a pretty solid stash. And I think, more importantly, the beard is a complement to the stash rather than the other way around in his case.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Right? Because he doesn't
Yeah.
really... He keeps the beard under control, but the stash is kind of given free reign. And it's like... It also goes very nicely with his hair because he's kind of got the pseudo-dreads thing going on.
No, it does work really well. At the very least, high B tier.
If it's not an expert tier, then it would be... I would put it above
I put it
Gorilla
low.
Man.
I put it low A. Low A.
Yeah.
I think I can agree with that as
Yeah.
well.
No, as I said, at least high B.
don't have
but
many A
I
tiers for
agree. I
comparison.
agree. A.
Maybe the lowest among the A tiers, but like still pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is a very interesting example of mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Daifuku.
Daifuku, yeah. So Daifuku has a similar style to the dude we dropped down in F tier, but it's a lot better looking
And I
because
think
it actually looks like a regular mustache.
it also complements his face rather nicely.
It does
Because
actually
he's got very
look pretty
little hair, 'cause
good.
he's got the buzz cut going around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also, I think if we're talking about Daifuku, there's one thing we also need to take into account.
Which is.
Oh,
His devil fruit also has a mustache. And it is
Yeah,
a glorious mustache.
at the same time, though, like you can't really take that into consideration too
Well,
much.
no, because the devil fruit is a part of him. Right? I think since he has a stand with a mustache, we must also consider his stand. And combined with the fact that even though it's very understated, it kind of makes the face. The
Yeah, no, I mean
magnificent
the
stash.
with in terms of the guy in You Tried, take away the stash and he doesn't look any different. Take away Daifuku's stash, he looks incredibly different
He
and
looks
not as
very-
intimidating, frankly.
I would say I want to personally include the genie his stand.
I don't
And
think the genie should make a difference, but I'd still put him in A or B.
I would say he's A tier. I would say he goes above his brother in A tier.
That seems like a fair assessment.
I would not put him as good. I would not put him above Kizuru, but I think he's at least deserving of being above his brother.
Here's the thing about including his genie, Fuzzy. I think the genie's mustache overshadows his.
Yeah.
Like, that is a spectacular stash.
True. That's why I'm like, if the genie was a separate entry, it would be an S tier.
No, I would agree with that, actually.
Yeah.
Let's just say that the genie is an honorable mention in S tier.
Yes. But I would say
he's
below,
not as good as Kizuru, but
below
better than
Kizuru,
Babiroy.
but above his brother, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that does just make his face.
It makes the face.
It
right?
makes
like,
the expression.
Like,
yeah.
He's a completely different person without the stash.
Yeah.
And the thing is, even if he's in a neutral expression, he's still a different person.
Yeah.
Without the stash.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, moving on to the third Charlotte sibling in a row, Dosmush.
This is what happens when you have them all in alphabetical order, is that whenever they have the same last name, they'll kind of just...
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Dosmush is not as good as his brothers.
No, but I still think I don't think he's bad either. Like, I do think it's quite a good stash.
I don't think it deserves higher than B tier, but I personally lean towards either low B or high C.
I would agree with that.
I would say low B.
Just because I'd say high C just because the mustache looks like it's just coming straight out of his nose.
Oh, that's a very good point.
His nose hair.
That's a good point. It looks like nose hair.
Yes.
Yeah, high C. High C. It's well styled, but if it looks like it's coming out of your nose, you've done something wrong.
The next guy is
Is it another Charlotte sibling?
I don't know how to. Is another
It's
Charlotte.
yet another.
Trying to find him. Mobile. Charlotte Mobile? Huh.
Mobile.
That's...
Oh my god. Oh, he's a long arm. That's why.
So.
It's another.
This is the weakest Charlotte sibling yet.
But at the same time, it looks like it fits his face and his personality. It's not a great moustache, but it does fit him. So I think it's probably C tier again.
Lower C tier, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably below the conductor.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
I can accept that. This is another nose hair man.
Yes, it is.
So I would put him like on equal footing with his brother, honestly.
Charlotte Nustorte.
Charlotte, who in the fucking what now?
Nustorte.
There's like a lot of Charlotte siblings.
There are a lot of
that are
Charlotte
not important
siblings.
at all. No, I mean there's a lot of Charlotte siblings that are not important at all.
Yeah.
Okay, I think they're coming. Okay, so I think that the picture we've got is a little bit deceiving just because of the angle. At a different angle, it doesn't look like nose hair. The other thing to keep in mind is that he has a hat with a face with the same moustache on, and that actually really works.
You think in
In that case, I can accept putting him in B tier. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
I think
B
he's
tier.
got a better mustache overall than Bobby.
I'd say better than Batman.
I do just think
Personally.
overall it does work. I mean, his picture on his main picture on the wiki, like, is him holding the gun, and with the pipe, with the hat, the glasses, the mustache just works.
Mm.
Okay.
Now for the last
now they're
Charlotte
looking at it.
sibling on here, we got Zukoto.
Disgrace.
It's hard to argue that, honestly.
Yeah.
This is just a guy who forgot to shave when he was when his hairstyle. Let's be honest, he doesn't style his own hair, but his hairstylist like had a bad day and forgot to shave his mustache when designing his sideburns.
Agreed.
Mm.
Agreed.
This is a disgrace.
It's not a good mustache.
Mm-hmm.
And now we
Moving
get
on
to
to
some
some
of
good
the
mustaches.
really good stuff.
So we got two versions of the same character. We got young Don Qingzhou and old Don Qingzhou.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the young Don Qingzhou.
Honestly, it just sets off the face and the beard so well, and it just fits the eyebrows as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
say either
makes
A or
the
S.
face. I would say this may be our first S tier mustache.
I'm kind of inclined to agree.
I am as well. I don't think it's as good as some of the S tier mustaches we know are coming up, but it is definitely an S tier mustache. It is definitely stash-tastic.
Yeah, I'd say lower S.
100%. Now, here's the thing. This young Qingzhou's mustache is, like, vigorous and full of life, but old Qingzhou, he's been through some stuff, and he's mellowed out, and he has really understood what the stash is all about. He doesn't need it to be overstated anymore.
No.
Yeah. Yep.
If he had kept it as his young style, it would have looked weird. But now that it's drooping down, it works with the dignified elder persona he has.
And it is very much distinct from the beard.
Yes, very distinct from the beard.
I feel like this is probably a tad lower than the young Qingzhou, but only like by a hair, and I would put this in high A tier.
I would put this above Kizuru.
Yeah.
No, I will say another thing.
Mm.
He is one of the few characters in the series who is capable of for whom this is not even his mustache's final form, because when he really gets going and he unleashes his full power, the mustache also becomes unsealed, and it becomes similar to when he was.
Saiyan.
His mustache and beard go Super Saiyan, and I think taking that into account, it is also in the S tier. Because he is the mustache changes suit his needs.
I'm looking
feeling tranquil. The mustache.
Okay, yeah.
It's not there on the.
Looking at his Super Saiyan mustache, with it pointing up with his eyebrows and with his beard, yeah, that works really well.
It's absolutely S tier. It's someone who he's seen some stuff and he's mellowed out, but that does not mean
he can't
you
go.
can start things. Yeah, no, that just because he's old doesn't mean he's not still at the top of his game. I would say
you're right.
He's still S tier.
Right.
I would say even it's above his youthful mustache.
Yeah, because it has two forms. It has two forms.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, that's always going to win out on one good form. Two good forms wins out on one good form.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Now, this
The
is
next
kind of like
guy is literally named Taco Police.
I forgot that some of the characters in this series have the best names.
Okay, the name does not boost his tier in any way, but
I wish it did.
yeah, the mustache isn't great,
but
it works okay. I don't
better.
want to put him down below D tier, but I don't want to put him higher than C tier.
It's a better mustache than Bluno and Aladdin.
Yeah.
But just barely.
I feel like I feel like he's fine for high D tier.
You say that, but I feel like it's the same one as the guy in F tier, where if you took it away, his face wouldn't look that different.
That is a fair point, but I will say because it's centered so much and it's so close to his eyes, it makes a bigger difference.
Yeah, it's a lot more centered and a lot less weirdly
It's more
placed.
prominent.
I'd argue putting him in sus. I don't think it's
I would
F tier,
agree
but
with
I
that.
but I don't
he's at
I
the,
don't think
at the
it's D
higher
tier.
end of sus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would call him at the higher end of sus.
high E is fine.
So this guy
the
apparently
next
hasn't
person.
appeared in the anime, or at least not prominently.
There's a couple of those.
Yeah.
Trying to remember what this guy's name is. Kohl, that's right.
What is his faction?
He was one of the pirate captains allied with Whitebeard.
Oh,
He just didn't show up in the anime.
Oh, so that means he just wasn't important enough to show up at the Whitebeard War.
He's a nobody. And his mustache is barely there.
I like it's not quite a disgrace, but he tried.
Yeah.
His existence is too faint
Yeah.
for it to be worth anything.
Yeah.
It's better than the other guy in F tier.
Yeah. I'd say higher F tier.
Mm-hmm.
He did try.
Yeah.
But like
Okay, we get to like the third person with this mustache on this list in One Piece.
forget what this
How
guy's
many
name.
people have this mustache? Good lord.
No. This is a guy. This is like Camille. That's it. Camille. This is a guy who was
That
in the
did
cover.
not
Ace's
sound.
cover
Look,
story.
I know it sounds. Look, try saying that slowly in two parts.
No.
Yeah, that's my point exactly.
Camille. Let's call him Camille. But anyways, I don't think he deserves a particularly high mustache tier.
No. It looks like people kept commenting on his hair, so he grew the mustache to
Compensate.
take attention away from it, and it's not working at all. Because he can only grow a single fucking line over his top lip. Yeah, definitely you tried.
I think it's yeah.
I would
below,
say below the other Marine, because at least that guy's at least tried to
Oh.
style his a little bit, but this guy just seems to have grown some hair on his upper lip. He's
This is a good mustache, I think.
Oh no, this is a great mustache. This is up in A tier, I
I
think.
forgot this
Dagama?
man's name.
I don't know his name.
Dagama.
I know who he is, but I forgot his name.
Dagama. He's the tactician dude from Dressrosa.
Right.
But
He was from Dressrosa.
Yeah.
He's like King Elizabello's tactician, yeah.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
he's Elizabello.
but yeah, he's got that Eggman mustache and it works well.
Yeah, like the Eggman is established
face
as
and
being.
body.
Hmm? The Eggman. Let's be honest. If Eggman was on this tier, he'd be stash-tastic.
He would.
Yeah, but this guy I don't think quite qualifies for stash-tastic.
Yeah,
No,
no,
he's definitely A tier. He's got to be A
absolutely
tier.
A tier.
He has to be A
A
And
tier.
the positioning in A tier is the question.
Yes.
I'd say below Daifuku.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a bit more generic than Daifuku's. So
Yeah.
it
I just don't think
makes sense.
I just don't think it helps his face and his personality enough as it does as Daifuku's and Kizuru's does.
Now on to another. I think this one's also really good. Doberman.
Doberman, yeah. No, the moustache works
Now-
in concert with the scars.
Here's my question, though.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Does he just is he one of the ones who turns into a? Is he his own or not?
I don't believe so. Dalmatian is the one you're thinking of, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I'm thinking of Dalmatian. They're both named after dogs.
Yes, they are.
Doberman is one of the vice admirals who led the Buster Call against Eni's lobby.
Yeah.
I would say Mustache gives him a great intimidation factor.
It does. As I said,
Yeah.
And if you look at the picture of him on his on the wiki page, he looks totally. He's not the same person without the mustache.
No.
I would put this solidly in A tier. I would even
Yeah.
say it's better than Daifuku's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
would agree.
put it quite above Kizuru, but
I don't think it's reached
close.
that level yet, but it is definitely better than Daifuku's.
No, I agree. It's a great stash. It's a great stash.
Who the hell is this?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean,
Might it be one of the Mont Blancs? I don't know.
No.
no. Those guys are more distinctive than that.
No, that's not it. Nope.
I mean, it's
Looking
not a
for
bad
him on
stash.
the
It's
wiki.
it's well styled. But he's another one that sort of falls into the trap of would he look that different without it?
and the answer is no.
Yeah,
Probably not.
I think he's.
I
I'd put him in C.
I think
I'd
he's-
put him in C.
I would not go that far. I would say it's okay.
I think the
I'd
styling.
say high.
I would say the styling
I
of the
think-
moustache makes the difference and puts him low C.
Yeah, I'd say low C. The bottom probably.
I will say it's better than the guy with the face.
Yeah, I'd put him above the Charlotte brother in C.
Yes, I would say it's
As
just
said,
below the train
As
conductor.
I said, just because of the styling he's put into it and the clear effort he's put into it to curl that up at the ends.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh
Mihawk.
god, my dear Mihawk. Mihawk is. I
S
cannot
tier.
imagine
S
a
tier.
world where Mihawk is clean shaven.
Yep.
I can't.
No,
I'm sorry, but this is S tier.
It just
100%.
the jaggedness just works. It just works.
The mustache. Let's be real. He shaves with his giant ass sword.
He absolutely does.
He styles
My
it himself because he lives in a
Of S tier so
castle.
far.
Well, no, it's possible that one of the monkeys is his barber.
That would be hilarious. And also,
In fact,
props
I
to that
feel
monkey
like
if they
that
are.
would be a great cover.
Yeah,
I feel,
no.
Why has someone not sent in a request to Oda of the monkey with the giant sword? Because it's not just any monkey. It's the monkey that copied him.
Yeah.
It's the monkey with the giant sword, just giving him a shave and styling his hair. Because, let's be real, he used to do it. What if the only reason that monkey was allowed to copy him is because he got tired of shaving his own mustache with his own giant sword?
Here's the thing, though. I'm willing to bet the monkey makes him shave the monkey's mustache as well.
I feel like that's acceptable payment.
Yes. No, that is the payment.
It's a symbiotic relationship.
Yes, it absolutely
It's
is.
a symbiotic relationship.
Whitebeard,
Now,
S tier.
Mihawk. Yeah, Mihawk may have been the top of S tier, but Whitebeard immediately surpasses him.
Yeah, no, Whitebeard's going top of S tier.
There is going to be no one
No.
who goes above. Whitebeard is the peak.
Whitebeard,
Now,
I know
Whitebeard
what
is
some of
the
you might be thinking. I know what some of you might be. Why is he called Whitebeard when he has a mustache and no beard? Well, there's two explanations for that. One, the mundane explanation is that Japanese only has one word for all kinds of facial hair, hige, and the translator decided to just use white beard instead of white stash because that sounded cooler.
And also because to contrast with Blackbeard.
Yeah, no, Whitebeard
Or-
sounds better.
Or the other explanation is a 20-foot tall mountain of a man with a big fuck off Basento and the ability to shatter islands with his fists decides to call himself Whitebeard, and you don't contest him on that.
He genuinely, his mustache looks like it has the ability to come alive and beat the shit out of anyone who insults it.
Also has
Yes.
an astonishingly high 6 banana capacity.
Yeah.
Canonically. It has a capacity of 6 bananas per side.
Mm-hmm.
And quite frankly, I don't think any of our competitors in the One Piece universe could beat that.
No,
Probably not.
no, I think this is the epitome of Stash-tastic, and this is not going to be beaten. Whitebeard is
No.
the epitome of stashes.
Now,
The interesting
come
thing.
to
Here's the
the
thing.
Duality.
filthy copycat.
That's the thing. It's copying. It's copying, and therefore it's not as good.
Not to
It
mention
is-
just like look at how much thinner it is.
Yeah.
It's like it's
Especially
a
proportionally.
pale imitation of Whitebeard's, and the thing is, Whitebeard's is sculpted to his face.
Yeah.
There was a time in Whitebeard's life when he did not have a mustache. We should acknowledge this dark past.
Yeah.
There was a time in Whitebeard's life where he did not have a mustache. But the thing is, he sculpted the mustache to his face by himself.
Mhm.
Whereas this idiot is only copying it. It is a disgrace to everything Whitebeard stands for. And everything Mustache stands for.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't even fucking grow it. He just sculpted a mustache out of hair and stuck it on his face.
I would
He
not be
didn't. He
surprised.
wouldn't even have done it himself. His mom did it.
Yeah. And that's just
That would not
bad.
surprise me.
That's just bad.
I would say if
So,
Whitebeard
yeah,
is at the top of the disgrace pile, or at the top of the mustache-tastic pile, he should be at the bottom, just for bookending and like.
Just to showcase
purposes.
the duality of man.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the duality of man right here.
So, yeah, no, Weevil gets the bottom of the barrel.
Whitebeard and Weevil are the perfect encapsulation of the duality of man.
Yeah. He has tried to copy it and he has failed. He has tried to copy it and failed.
We come to the Gorosei, 5 elders, who are very clearly famous world leaders, but some of them are clearer than the others.
Samurai Gandhi isn't on the list, unfortunately. He's the only one without any facial hair.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because Gandhi didn't have any facial hair. Gorbachev, though. We're
Oh,
not getting to
Gorbachev.
Gorbachev yet.
No,
I still don't know who these two are, though.
Yeah.
trying to remember.
I feel like the one that we're dealing with now is vaguely supposed to be Jewish.
Trying to
Right, with
remember
the cap
what.
and the hair?
Yeah.
Probably based on an Israeli leader at some point. I'm sure we could go through the Wikipedia page and figure out who he's supposed to be.
So here's the thing. His mustache melds into his
He doesn't
beard.
have a mustache. He just has a beard. That...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the beard is all-consuming.
Yeah. And that means it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I would say it's okay at best.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would say
Better than
I would
the
say above
Tontada.
blue now. Actually, yeah. I would say
I would say it's better than the Tontada.
yeah, I would agree.
I'd say
I would
it's
agree.
top of
Now
B.
this guy has a good mustache.
He also has a beard, but the thing about him is that the beard does not overshadow. The mustache is the main course.
The mustache
him.
overshadows the beard, if anything else, and that's why it works.
Yes,
And that's why it works.
Yeah.
and honestly, I would put him in like A tier at least.
Yeah, I would agree.
A tier at minimum. I would say
I'd say
if he's an
between
A
Doberman
tier,
and.
he's... No, I
between
would say
Doberman
he's
and,
above Kizuru. If
Oh,
he's
you
an A
think
tier.
so?
I think so, because he has like, it is like Kizuru. You can at least imagine him shaving at some point.
This
You
man has
cannot
not.
imagine
This man has not shaved for so long.
I don't think he's ever shaved in his entire life. This is a lifetime of accumulation.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean,
who
he's
is
maybe
he's
shaved
the
his
only
sideburns, and
world
that's it.
leader analog who is not clear.
Yeah. Well, the clearest ones are Gorbachev and Samurai Gandhi.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of
The fact that exists is
yeah.
joy.
Speaking of Gorbachev, he's
For the
clearly
world.
grown the moustache to try and take attention away from the birthmark.
The port wine stain, yes.
Yeah. Question is, has it worked?
I mean, it's an epic stash, not gonna lie, but
It is a fairly epic stash, and I think it works, and that means it should be quite high.
I wouldn't put it quite as high as the other Gorosei, but
No.
I'd say low A tier probably.
I would say it's better than Doberman's.
Oh.
Okay, so upper middle A tier, you'd think.
Yeah, I don't think it beats out Kizuru, but I think it's a good mustache.
It is a good
Overall.
mustache. It is a good
It is
mustache.
a pretty
As-
damn good mustache.
As much as it
As
was,
opposed to the next guy.
yeah, as much as it was grown to take attention away, it's worked, and therefore it needs to be recognized.
But here's
the
the
last-
problem. This guy,
the last-
the mustache is very obviously secondary to the beard, and
Yeah.
therefore I think
No,
we should
he clearly
go
grew
in the same.
he clearly grew the beard first, and then was told he looked stupid, so he grew the mustache.
I would
Yeah,
say that he's
trying
better
for
than
good
Aladdin.
look, but
Better than Aladdin, but not as good as the Tintada.
yeah.
Yeah, I
I
would
agree
agree.
with that.
Mill. 1 tier lower, Mill.
D tier.
Wait, which one's Aladdin?
Alidine.
One next to Bluno.
Oh, that guy. I don't remember most of these guys' names, honestly. I thought the Marine was Aladdin.
No.
Now, King Elizabello.
Elizabello has a pretty good stubble beard design overall.
But at the same time, I'm willing to bet that's just because he hasn't shaved for a few days. I bet he doesn't
could
have
be
that usually.
No, I'm pretty sure he has perma-stubble when he shows up again in Reverie. I think it's just he has the perma-stubble look.
I get the feeling it's just that he doesn't trust himself to shave on a ship.
That very well could be it.
Elizabello is very much white suburban dad.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say it's not horrendous.
No, it's not
But
disgrace.
At the same time, it's not really that great at all.
No.
I would say one of the lower tiers, but not the lowest tiers. Maybe a middle tier. Maybe C?
I'm not sure I could give him C.
I would say put him above the Aladdin, but below the other below.
The blonde, Gorosei.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
I could-
Tom. Tom is an interesting case.
I mean, in Tom's case, I do think that the mustache complements the beard very well.
Mm.
That's the thing. The mustache is a compliment.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's a
Beard
pretty
is the
damn
main
good.
course.
The mustache is still a pretty damn good mustache.
It is a good mustache agnostic of the beard. And I will say
it also
having
works
the
great with the face.
fangs. Yes, the fangs, I think, creating that line of division between the beard and the mustache
Yeah.
makes it work better.
Yes.
I'll be right back. You guys keep talking amongst yourselves. Don't do Fisher Tiger without me.
Well, will do. Yeah. No. Tom's does work well.
The question is where to put it precisely, because like the mustache complements the shape of the face quite well.
I'd say low
And
B
it
tier.
works.
I'd say low B tier.
Oh, B.
Yeah.
You want to go above or below Bobby Funk?
I'd say below, just because of the work Bobby Funk seems to have put into that mustache.
Fair enough.
This is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, Fisher Tiger. We can't really talk about it much until Fuzzy gets back. Aren't you, Fuzzy?
We can talk about it, we just can't, make a decision on it.
Fair enough.
So where did we decide on Tom?
Low
Tom's
B
going
tier.
at the bottom of B tier.
Okay,
Bottom.
that I can live with that.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing about Fisher Tiger. He's had a rough life.
Yeah.
He has,
And
but it
I would
also
say-
kind of doesn't excuse that terrible mustache.
No.
It's a terrible
I think-
mustache.
Well, no. I think here's the thing. I think he just doesn't shave, and his mustache he's just one of those people who doesn't have a mustache that grows in.
The same.
His beard is also not.
I don't think it's a disgrace of a mustache, but I don't think it should rate higher than E tier.
Like, here's the thing. It makes him look like a teenager trying to grow their mustache and failing, and that really takes away from his mystique.
I think it should be at mid F tier.
Yeah.
I mean, it's certainly
because
better than. I think because of the face and the beard, it's better than the guy with the... Yes, that is exactly where I would put it.
Yeah, I would
Top of
agree with
F-tier?
that. Yeah. Facial hair as a
Top of
whole,
F-tier.
he would be higher, but with just the moustache alone, that's not enough. It's just not good enough.
As opposed to this guy, who is like... Again, I cannot imagine him without a mustache.
No, the
I
moustache
believe
works.
he is one of Whitebeard's commanders.
Yes.
Name?
I'm trying to remember his name. I believe it is trying to remember what his name is. No, that's not it.
Fossa, that's it. Fossa. He's 15th Division Commander.
Oh, that is a mustache that works with the rest of his hair.
Yeah.
Yes, I was gonna say that, is that you can very much tell that some of these people look like their hair and their mustache comes from two different people.
Mm-hmm.
Not him.
No, this is a mustache that works with the hair.
This is an A tier. I would
A tier?
honestly
I'd say
classify this
low
as
A
an
tier,
A-tier
high
mustache.
B tier.
I would say below the Eggman.
He's better than Babiroy, though.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
he's definitely not the lowest in A tier, but he is not as good as Eggman. Just because of sheer volume,
No.
if nothing else.
Mm. Now, next is Gonfall, who has the classic
yes, God,
old
who
man,
was elected.
long stash and beard.
I mean, it's nothing unique, but there's also...
I mean, it's very similar to that Gorosei, who
Yeah.
we put at the top of it. And it would be very unfair of us to put him anywhere lower than B tier.
It's very much Wizard, and I would say I think he can go in the same realm as the Gorosei.
Yeah, I would
I'd
agree.
say
I
maybe
think it's
a
not
couple
as
levels-
good. I think it's not as good, but it is definitely like high A tier.
Yeah, it's definitely not
Go
as good
from
as the
below or above Gorbachev.
above. Again, just because it complements the beard really well.
There is a clear delineation between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
Next up,
Definitely not as good as
sorry.
definitely not as good as the Gorosei, just because the Gorosei's is just that much longer, I think, and
yeah.
looks like it's got more work done into it. Gunfall, you feel like he did shave and then he gave up his role and stopped shaving. And this is what's happened. Just not bad. It still looks really fucking good, but just not as good as the Gorosei. What about this guy?
Next guy is the king of the Tontadas. I don't know what his name is.
I do still have the Tontadas page up, I think. Do I?
It's very Master Roshi because of the sunglasses alone.
Yes.
Yeah. What are we thinking?
Tontada.
B tier? C tier? I don't know if I could put him in A tier, but I think high
I would
B
say
tier
high
feels
B.
appropriate.
I think high B.
Yeah. Above Gorilla Man?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
It looks very kingly.
it helps that the mustache is definitely distinct from the beard. You can tell what's mustache and what is beard.
Yeah.
Now, Garp.
Garp is S tier.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like, and you can
He
also
just
tell
got
that the...
that goatee look that works really well with him.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you should take into account that old Garp does look a bit different.
It's
I
not
think he
quite
looks
different
even
enough to. It's not quite different enough to warrant two separate images
Separate
like
characters,
Qingzhou.
but I do think if you take both into account, he is absolutely in the S tier.
Yeah.
Now the
Now,
question
the
is he
where?
above or below me?
Mihawk's is very unique, whereas Garp is very much a classic goatee look.
I would say just below.
Yeah,
I would say
it's
just
below
below.
Mihawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's below Mihawk just because of that. It's like He is not the only person with this hair, with this facial hairstyle. But good lord, does he make it work well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next up is Genzo. Nami's not adoptive father.
Yeah. And I think the mayor of the town, isn't it? Or village.
He's the mayor, yes.
Yeah, he's the mayor.
I think it works well with the scars. I think it's been sculpted
Yeah, but he
to
had
not
it before
overlap
he got
the
the scars as well.
Yeah.
No, but he had the mustache before he got the scars too.
Yeah.
I don't want to put him in S tier.
No, God no.
I don't know
Look,
if
it's
he
a
really
bit-
qualifies for.
I'd put him at the same sort of level as the photographer.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. He looks very much B tier.
Yeah.
Above or below Atash?
Let's say below,
should we put him
personally.
below?
I'd personally go for below.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Oh boy.
Just it doesn't seem to fit his face as well. Look,
This is a disgrace.
I don't
Again,
think this was intentional.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace, but I don't think it was intentional. They were homeless and starving.
I'd
at the
say
time.
put him at the bottom of the F tier because like taking everything else into account, it works well with his face at least, even if it is like a terrible mustache.
Yeah.
True, he
fine.
does look like with the eye bags
Yeah.
especially.
Yeah.
So bottom of F tier, but I don't think he deserves to be in disgrace.
Gold D.
Gold
Roger.
Roger.
Are we putting Roger in S
Here's the
tier or
thing,
A tier?
though. Semi-canonically, this is not a mustache. This is nose hair.
Wasn't that one of the jokes in Oda's SBS?
It was an SBS joke. But the thing about SBS jokes is some SBS jokes end up being completely false, while some end up being true.
I don't think we should.
It's
actually
probably
take that.
not really his nose hair, but I don't think it's quite good enough to go in S tier.
No, it's not S
I'd
tier.
say top of A tier. If we're not,
I wouldn't
if
say
we're not
top
putting
of
in
A
S tier,
tier.
I think top of A tier.
I would put him between Gorbachev and Doberman.
you
No,
think?
but here's the thing. I think with the bandana and his hair, in general, it works better than with Gorbachev's.
Yeah.
That's fair, actually. Yeah.
It's not Ganfault here.
Mm.
It does work better with his overall individualism than
Yeah.
Gorbachev.
No, I agree.
The question is if he's better than Gonfall or not.
I don't think he is. I don't think he is.
Hmm.
I do. It's definitely a good mustache, and it definitely helps his look. He looks so very menacing with the mustache, but it's not on the level of a Gonfall.
I don't think Roger would look the same.
No,
I
he
mean,
absolutely
what he
wouldn't.
looks like I mean, he looks like Luffy without the mustache.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, when he's a kid, when he's very
When he
young.
was young, yes, but like. I so did Garp, to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hack. The fishman karate guy from the Revolutionary Army.
No, but like, can I just say something?
Sure.
Loki, do Garp and Roger share a parent?
I would not be surprised if they
That would
had
be
a
interesting.
fairly.
That would be interesting.
They look very similar when they were young.
Mm.
When they were around the same age, they looked identical. Nearly.
They are probably cousins of some degree.
I know it's probably not canon, but they look so similar when they were young.
I mean, just look at them now.
say
They
they're
still look
cousins.
pretty similar.
Even they look like they could at least go to the same family reunions.
Yeah.
That would not surprise me.
Would explain
yeah.
a lot about their overall dynamic as well.
It would.
They were actually related.
It would. So yeah, Hack.
Hack, I think, is C. No,
No,
that's not fair. That's not fair.
Oh no,
to him.
he's good. It's a good mustache.
It's a good mustache.
He is
say-
trying. Like,
Are we
It's not
gonna
A
go
tier.
A or B?
I'd
not
say B.
A.
I'd say B. I'd
B?
say B.
I would put it in high B tier.
Both.
I think it's better than Attache's.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah. It's definitely a good mustache, and it works well with
I would
his
honestly
with
say
his
it
frill
fits
beard.
him better than the gorilla as well.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I would say that.
I do think it fits a bit better than the gorilla.
Yeah.
Better than BB?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think BB is not quite up to the same level.
Yeah. So,
How's Rudy?
Rudin?
Very much also kind of it is part of the beard.
Yeah.
But I think it works well in this case.
It works well for him, but at the same time, it's like it feels like more of an add-on.
Yeah.
I can kind of see that.
Definitely B tier, I think.
Hmm.
Like,
B-tier?
not high B tier.
No.
B-tier I can see.
I think it's better than Batman's.
Yeah.
I think that's the highest you can go.
Yeah.
Is this not one of the lion dogs from...
No, this is Genghis Khan.
Is that actually his name?
I believe so, yes.
That's amazing.
Are you sure?
Yes, this is...
It's not coming up on...
I'm pretty sure this is... Yeah, this is the guy who was the king of the minks before, in the generation before, Neko and Inu.
I'm sorry, do you mean Cat Viper and Dogstorm?
Really?
It's not me, it's Viz. It's absolutely Viz's fault.
I mean, it's legitimate
I'm
translations
pretty sure this
of their
guy was
names.
the ruler of the mink.
But then it's like that's not how names work, is the thing.
Well, his name in the Japanese is Hitsugisu Khan, which is a mouthful. And Genghis Khan legitimately is a pretty good romanization of it.
It is, yes.
But
Like,
yeah,
here's the thing.
that aside,
Katakuri's name is not translated as potato starch, literally. So why are dog and cat's names translated literally? That's my counter-argument.
we're getting lost in the weeds. We should actually talk about his
I would say
mustache.
his mustache is secondary to his beard.
That's fair.
Is it a beard or is it a beard,
hair
though?
and-
Is it a beard?
It
It
is
might
a
just
beard.
be his hair, yes.
I will say I don't think we should rate it lower than C,
No,
but I don't think it should be
it's
higher
like
than
low
D.
C.
Are we gonna put him above or below the conductor?
I think he goes one above the conductor.
So middle of C tier then.
Yes.
Ooh, I would be putting him above the Marine.
I
You
can
think?
see that. I can see
Yeah.
that.
I
I
think
it's a
can
bit
agree
less
with that.
distinctive than the Marine.
I think the moustache just looks better with the curl than the Marines.
You can live with that, yeah.
I can see that.
Who'd be this fellow?
I have no idea who this guy is. No fucking clue.
Might be one of the Charlotte chefs, possibly.
Maybe.
I don't know. He's a very obscure one.
Either way, the moustache isn't great.
It's not.
No, it's not.
That said, I do think it works overall with his face.
It does work overall with his face, but it looks like the one side of it is growing more than the other. It looks unkempt.
It does look like it's not on purpose.
It looks like he's just gotten too feeble to really keep his hair under control. Because look at his eyebrows as well.
Yeah.
So I'd
yeah,
put him
I
in
would
sus.
say-
I'd put him in sus.
High sus, though.
Yes, yes.
High sus. So higher than top of sus or middle sus?
Top of
Top
sus,
of
I
sus.
think. Yeah.
Sus.
I can't for the life of me figure out who this guy is supposed to be.
Looks very generic, doesn't he?
Yeah. This next guy though is he's from Water Oh, he's the guy who Nami shook down for all that money for the treasure in Water 7.
Ah, yeah.
Ishigo Shitemana.
I love the fact that these tiny one-appearance characters have names.
There is funny you mentioned that because the bug that Full Body put in his soup to try to get Sanji discredited has a name. The bug has a name.
Which honestly makes a great deal of sense.
It is hilarious.
Also, hang on. I have to go. My dog is trying to eat my samosa.
Oh boy.
Eat the samosa. Eat the samosa.
Come on, man. But not a bad stash, honestly. I don't think we should put him particularly high, but it's a pretty dang good stash. What are your thoughts?
I'd say B tier.
B tier?
Yeah.
We're on B tier because we have a lot in B tier.
Yes, B tier is quite full.
I mean, there's a lot of good mustaches. What are we going to do?
I feel like he's on a similar level to Genzo and Attache. Or Tash.
I think we can put him below Genzo and be fine with it.
Yeah. Admiral Fujitora.
AKA Isho.
Here's the thing. He's blind, so he obviously has no part in what his facial hair looks like, which makes me think some vengeful grunt has done that to make him look less distinguished. Because it's not a great stash.
No. I don't think we should put him in F or disgrace tier, though.
No.
I think he's a similar case with Kizuru.
It
doesn't work as well. It does not work as well for him.
No.
I think the idea behind it is the same.
Well, again, what we were saying is because he's blind, he obviously has no part in shaving himself. So clearly
that's not even his fault.
Clearly, that's what somebody else has done. I feel like it's been done deliberately to try and make him look less good. Because I think without it, the actual beard, the goatee part of the beard looks good. With the moustache, it looks not as good.
No, I can see that. Yeah.
What are you thinking for tiers? I'm thinking. I don't want to put him in sus, but I don't think he rates higher than the D tier either.
I'd put him above Elizabello.
That's fair.
I can see that, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who'd be this
Next
fucker?
up is Jabra, who is rocking a mean Fu Manchu mustache.
You know, I forgot what he looked like without when he's not a furry.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, he spent most of his time. You know what's funny? Despite the fact that he spent very little of his life as a furry, he does spend most of his screen time as a furry.
Not quite. Depends on if you count the cover.
It's a decent enough mustache, though.
It is a fairly good mustache. Unfortunately, we have a much better Fu Manchu mustache coming up not too long for him.
Yeah.
So I'd say we could put him in B tier and call it a day.
I might put him high C.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I'd say highest of C.
Top of C is fine.
Yeah, because he
if
really
need be,
is.
We can reshuffle.
Yeah.
If need be, we can shuffle these around.
One thing has occurred to me.
Yeah.
Was he the first furry on our list? And the first Zoan on our list?
Might be. Unless you count an obscure character who hasn't shown up yet. Who we've unwittingly put on here. I think he's the first Zoan, yeah.
So, can I say something?
Yeah.
We need to consider him from both the perspective of his Zoan form and his human form.
Yeah,
The mustache works pretty well in his own form, honestly.
it does, but again, it's not his fault, but just knowing that Kaido's is coming up really does diminish the effect of his
Yeah.
Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate for him because it's not a bad stash, but it just isn't as good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Up next we have Jeet.
Ah, yes, the that one of those guys from Dressrosa.
So many people from Dressrosa. He's another one who looks like it's nose hair is the issue.
Not only does it look like his nose hair, it doesn't really make that much of a difference to his face.
No.
Like, look at it carefully. You could even be convinced. I could be convinced that that's just like a lighting effect, like a shadow cast by his eyes or something.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
I would put it in F tier.
Yeah.
It's not a disgrace, but it's like...
I would put him high F tier, though.
Yeah.
You can live with that,
Because
yeah.
he's clearly he's clearly tried to do something with it, it just hasn't worked very well.
Who the hell is this?
Jibuemon. He is a, he's from Wano.
I mean,
well,
I feel like we could tell that, yeah.
He is from Kibi, who, and a former retainer under the Kozuki shogunate.
I feel like that doesn't really matter. What matters is, does the mustache make a difference? And this is another one where the mustache, honestly, you can convince me that it's lighting effects or something.
Yeah, the mustache just isn't all there.
He'd look better without the mustache. He'd look better without it.
It's
frankly.
it's like he tried, and then like gave up halfway through.
Yeah.
So probably low F tier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Above Homeless Man?
No, I would say it's above the other guy. There. Honestly, I would put it above the Marine as well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Mid F tier.
Mid F tier.
Kaido.
Now, this one, Kaido, rocking probably one of the most epic Fu Manchu mustaches in fiction.
A. He's got to be at least A.
It's at least. I would honestly put it in low S because thematically, it's very dragon whiskersy.
Yeah.
Dragons in mythology do have mustaches.
Yeah.
And I would say it like matches his character.
And again,
matches him in all forms.
Yeah, going with the Zoan, it looks good in his Zoan.
It looks good in all three of his forms. It looks good in hybrid form. It looks good in full beast form, and it looks good in human form.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it in full beast form, but like his beast form just has a mustache look to it that makes it work really well.
I would say it's above Qingzhou, like above old Qingzhou.
Yeah. Old Qingzhou?
Yeah, because it's
I can agree with that.
It's like young Qingzhou has one decent S tier mustache. Old Qingzhou has two decent S tier mustaches. Kaido has three. So it's just like quantity is a quality all of its own.
No, it looks good. It looks good.
Who this?
Yeah, who be this guy?
He is a guy from the Frankie family.
Ah.
That's why he has the
someone
goggles.
Who doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, I don't know his name. Something that begins with a K.
I mean, it works well with the goggles.
It does work well with the goggles.
It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad, I think.
Where do we want to put it? D tier?
He feels like another one who's just grown the mustache because he's grown the beard first and somebody's told him it doesn't look good.
Is that a beard or is that a shadow? I'm actually going to look up other pictures of him.
I think it's a beard.
Pretty sure it's a beard.
It is a beard. Oh, you're absolutely correct. On a full frontal shot, he absolutely grew the beard first.
Yeah.
Grew the mustache because it looked better.
Is he Kiev?
I think he's Kiev.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's two characters with. Wait a second. Is he
he's
Kiev?
Yes, he's Kiev.
Okay, if he is Kiev, then that makes sense. There's another guy in the Frankie family that I think is not on this list.
Very possible.
Because he doesn't have a name.
There are a lot of members of the Frankie family, to be fair.
But yeah, the mustache is grown to make the beard look better. So I would say
it's absolutely
E or F.
I'd say low D.
No, I would not say it goes as high as D.
Okay,
top of it. I would put it in top of E. Top of E, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm good with that. Next dude is some dude from Wano.
I was gonna say it looks like he's got a Wano top knot up there.
I think we've seen a mustache similar to this.
Well, there are a lot of mustaches similar to this. We've sort of judged differently.
Not as good as Daifuku's.
No,
it's not as good, even close. But I do think it's sufficiently distinctive to get a decent rating.
C tier maybe. We have
I think it's better than the conductors.
Yeah. We have a few similar mustaches in C tier, so this feels appropriate.
Yeah. Okay.
Better than the conductor.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, there we go. Who is this? This is another Marine, I think, isn't it?
I don't know.
One of the 9,000 Vice Admirals?
This is a really obscure one.
I mean, they clearly just hand out these Vice Admiral posts, like, at every meeting of the Marines.
I mean, I'm pretty sure literally anyone who can use hockey gets a Vice Admiral position.
Yeah.
Which is really not a great judge of character.
No, it's not.
Because, like, after Paradise, everyone and their mother can use hockey.
Well, not everyone and their mother, but yeah.
I still am a bit upset about the fact that Robin is useless against Logia.
Anyways, where are we?
It's a very generic mustache for a very generic man.
Yeah.
E tier at best.
E tier. Yeah.
I mean, even the dog doesn't like it. Above or below the chef? I think it's on
above.
I think it's on a similar scale as the chefs.
Above the chef.
Yeah.
This one. Effort has clearly gone into this mustache.
Who is it?
Odin's dad. Tsukiyaki.
Ah.
Never tried that, but I want to. But like, Suki, I would say it's a good mustache, honestly, because I feel like effort has been put into this. Like, look at the way, like, it's very much been kept minimal above the lip, but, like, has been really given a chance to spread its wings afterwards.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I would agree with that.
A tier at minimum.
A tier.
A tier at minimum, yeah.
Do we all put him above or below Eggman?
I think it's, like, better than, I think it's in, like, the Gorbachev range.
Ooh, interesting.
I put him below Gorbachev.
I would say below Gorbachev, yes.
Fuzzy, I think your dog is trying to get your attention.
No, what she's doing is that she's like, I've already had my dinner, but can you give me more food? Because I literally just gave her dinner, but she's like, but what if you gave me third dinner?
Yeah, no, that doesn't work that way.
Yes. Yeah, she does that after. She's always like this after dinner.
I honestly think he should be below Doberman. I like Doberman.
I can live with that. I can live with that.
Yeah.
And this guy, is his mustache trying to be the world government? Huh?
He's Waffles stooge.
Yeah, right, that guy. The one who
He has a very distinctive name because it literally means black afro. Black seaweed.
Yes, it's a very specific type of seaweed. Yes, it's Marimo is what Sanji calls Zoro for some reason.
Yeah.
You're scared. You're not gonna get another serving of dinner. Calm
Now
down.
the question is, are the little balls part of the mustache or the beard?
Yes.
This is one of those cases where I feel like it's impossible to separate the mustache from the beard, and as a result, I would say that the facial hair overall is good, but I think that detracts from the purity of the mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the balls are part of the mustache, and therefore it's just not a very good mustache.
It's a bit sus, yes.
The question is where in E tier?
It's better than the guy with the hat. I would say. Well, no. It's like I would say it's just barely better than the chef.
I would say it's above our nameless generic stash, but certainly below the guy with the hat. I think it's good there.
Yeah.
And now Orochi. Who else was very surprised that was his color scheme? Because I did
not see that coming.
I was not expecting him to have pink hair.
No.
But his mustache is very much. His mustache is very much a riff off of Sukiyaki's.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that he's tried to do the Sukiyaki
in every way. I honestly, his mustache is a disgrace.
Yeah, he's tried to copy it and has failed. He's not as bad as Weevil, but he's close to it.
You want to put him above or below the Charlotte brother?
I would say he's just below.
I would put him above the Charlotte brother because that mustache is not.
I would say he's just below beige. Al Capone, simply because he does have a mustache.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's derivative garbage, but it is a mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who be this fellow?
Maybe we can have some salad later, but not immediately after dinner.
This is one. I think it's one of the doctors.
One of the doctors or one of the chefs?
And one of the doctors from where?
Drum Island, I assume.
Oh no, he's Moda's dad from the Ace's cover story.
Ah.
I don't even remember Ace's cover story.
It's one where he helps deliver milk to the Marine base.
Right.
And gets into shenanigans along the way.
Well, it wouldn't be a cover story without shenanigans.
Yeah, this is Moda's dad, aka the girl who tends the cow farm.
There's cows in One Piece? I thought they got their milk from eldritch seaweed or something.
That would be hilarious, but no.
It wouldn't surprise you, though, would it?
It would not. But no, cute, not a bad mustache, honestly. It's hard to say where it begins and ends because it's covered by his finger. And the one image we have of him.
I do think it's a bit weird that his mustache is dark while his hair is light.
Well, some people just have dark facial hair that...
No, I know, but whether or not it works is usually dependent on the colors. Like, if it's just black and white, sure, it works, but if it's, like, depending on the color of the hair and the color of the facial hair, I think it could clash. I'm not confident putting this, like, at a particularly high tier, but I think it's
D tier. I think D tier.
I would even say it's, like, capable of being C tier. I would think it's better than that guy at the bottom of C tier.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's like conductor level.
Below conductor. Just
below conductor, but like around that level.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm starting to wonder if, since so many are just below conductor, if we should just put those two guys into D tier. Those guys at the end of C tier, I'm wondering if we should just put them into D tier.
Yeah, we can do that.
Suppose. So, Red Nose Man.
QQ, who is a doctor in Water 7.
I am very concerned on a number of levels because it's a great mustache, though. We should make that clear.
Mm.
It's a mustache. I cannot imagine this man without a mustache.
No.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's making of a good mustache right there.
Yeah. But I feel like there was a but coming.
I would not say it's an excellent. Like, I think it's like not excellent just because.
I would put it. I wouldn't put it high B. I would put it high B.
I would put it in B tier.
B tier sounds.
I would say it's better than the gorilla. Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say high B seems appropriate.
I wouldn't
Below
put it.
Hack.
I wouldn't put him above Hack, but I would put him above the gorilla. Yeah. Now this angry man.
Maoji.
Oh right, the G-man. Look, it's good.
It's a good mustache.
Good mustache. It complements him fairly well. It's not overshadowed by the beard, but there's nothing really interesting about it.
Yeah, it's not particularly special the way that Mihawk's, Kaido's, or even.
So I would say it's solid B tier.
Yeah, solid B tier.
I would call it solid B tier.
I'd put him above Atash, but below the gorilla.
Sounds good. I'm good with that.
I feel like
the next few characters are going.
This is just bad.
I don't know who this guy is.
I don't know who it is, but it's bad. Yes? No? Maybe?
Oh, no, I agree. It's not a good mustache.
Now the question is it a disgrace?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
I would put it just below Man from Wano in the F tier.
Yeah.
No, I would put it below... Yeah, that more or less works, I think.
Yeah. It's not a good mustache either way.
It's not.
I think this one's pretty decent, though.
No, this guy has a pretty big stash.
It's decent, but again, there's nothing really special about it.
No, again, agree. It's very average. It's definitely not terrible, but it's not good either.
So we're going with C tier then if it's average.
Yeah.
I would put it high C tier, yeah. I think it's better than the Tentadas.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
We do not know a lot of these guys' names.
Who is this though?
We can't even
very close.
We can't even see much of him. It's the issue. He's obviously got a name somewhere between K and M, because he's before Blackbeard, but after like the K's and Kaido and that sort of stuff. So he's probably got an L name.
Yeah.
But other than that, no fucking clue.
Yeah.
It's like this is. I feel like we need an NA tier because like we don't have enough information. There's not enough information tier.
Hold on.
Can we skip this?
Nope, not in. Never mind.
So we've done Lao G.
So this guy's an L somewhere, probably.
Yeah. So let's just see. So who is the guy before Blackbeard?
Whitebeard, Blackbeard rather. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm looking for him right now.
Probably not him.
I'm not seeing him.
He's one. I know the guy before Blackbeard is one of the guys from the Reverie.
Oh. No. Okay, definitely not.
I feel like we're kind of getting stuck here. So do we want to?
Let's not worry about their names.
It's just to get a better view of them. Actually, be able to tell.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like,
Is
what their mustache looks like is the issue.
I think we need to put this in. I think we just need to skip over this guy.
Well,
Like we do not.
Let's put him in. Let's put him in E tier for now.
Bottom of E tier?
Yeah, bottom of E tier.
Okay.
Because we don't have a full view of his mustache, and the way we can see it right now, could be a handlebar. It could just be like. Could be any number of kinds of mustache. We just don't know, and I think E tier is fine for it right now.
And I'm trying to go through the M names. See if we can.
I'm just not seeing any character under M or L that this guy could be. Because it has to be L or M.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing him.
What about this poorly drawn fellow?
Nope, not found him.
Is this one? I think this might be one of Zoro's. Like, I think this might be the anthropomorphic personification of a sword, like the Oda likes to draw in the SBS.
No, this is someone.
Because he does like to make them look. Like
he is a background character. I don't think he has a name.
You know what? That's a very interesting question. Does Panda Man have a mustache?
No.
Panda Man is clean shaven?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Well, I mean, he has fur, but like.
Oh yeah, no. This guy, what do you think of him?
I mean, I think overall the mustache works for him. I wouldn't say it's a great mustache, but I think relative to the character and his face and stuff, it works.
Yeah.
So we're thinking B, C, or D?
C.
C tier, yeah. Not even high C tier either.
Yeah. I'd probably put him
C tier then.
Above or below the conductor?
Below.
Yeah. That looks like he's got a Hitler mustache, which makes me want to put him in disgrace.
Yeah, this is a Hitler stash.
Automatic.
Just put him in disgrace.
Automatic
disgrace.
The question is, do we put him above or below Orochi?
I would say he's above only Weevil.
Yeah.
By default.
That is completely fair.
Now, here's the question. How much of a disgrace is Blackbeard?
It's a pretty big disgrace. It's a pretty big
A
disgrace.
Also, didn't his hairstyle change after the time skip?
Yeah, no, he has a much fuller beard after the time skip.
But if the mustache is the same, then that's even more of a
The mustache is the same. The mustache is the same.
Okay. I would say it only is better than the Hitler stash for obvious reasons.
Yeah. It's not a good mustache. It's not a good mustache.
This is yet another Tontada next.
It does look like it, yes.
Yep.
The Tontadas have a very specific proportion.
This guy is named Maoji. I finally found a tertiary character with a name.
That's progress, I guess. It's not bad, but it's not really great. Like, I feel like we have a similar mustache to this somewhere on the list.
Yeah. Yeah,
and we can just put it there.
Roshi dude, but it's not as good, is the thing.
Yes, so I would say
I think it's at least a tier below Roshi.
Yeah, I'd say high C. I'd say high C.
I would say it's better than
below
Jabra's.
Jabra.
I would say it's better than Jabra's.
You think?
I think so.
I would say just below Jabra, actually.
I'm putting him below Jabra.
Jabra does pull off the Fu Manchu well. It is just that it just pales in comparison to Kaido's.
Yeah.
Another Marine.
Maynard, the pursuer.
Yes.
The guy who got raffle stomped by Bartolomeo. Bartolomeo. Too bad you're not on this list. But at the same time, I don't think you could rock a mustache.
No.
I'll be right back. I need to switch devices.
Alright.
Okay.
It's not a great mustache, is it?
No, it's a very thin mustache, but it works well with a beard, I think.
It does work fairly well with the beard.
I don't feel comfortable putting him higher than C tier.
Yeah.
But I don't think he even belongs there. I think D tier feels appropriate.
Hmm. It's on a similar sort of level to the blonde Gorosei, I would say.
I can see that. Above or below Isho?
Above.
Am I back?
Between,
yes, you are back.
So let's put Maynard. What do we call blonde Gorosei? Because that's a bit wordy.
He's definitely a world leader of some sort in Europe.
I'm European, I should know this. But I don't.
Let's just call him the Frenchman.
Very possible.
Okay, that's fine.
He looks vaguely French.
So let's put Maynard between the French dude and...
Yeah, I could.
You know, I'm just going to look up to see where the Gorosei are inspired by, so we know.
I was literally just doing the same thing.
No, there is no clear answer for.
Yes, but somebody with more intelligence than us will have come up with some answers.
No, I've looked this up. I've discussed this with the people who write the wiki.
Seriously?
Yes.
Hot damn.
And we were not able to come to any sort of conclusion. So this is one of what's his face? It's one of the commanders under it's one of Whitebeard's commanders or one of his allied
names.
Yeah. Allied captain, yeah.
I think it is Thunderlord McGuy. And he has a lightning bolt shaped mustache.
Okay, that's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
It is pretty rad.
It is a pretty good
it's like I would say it's enough to get him into low S tier, honestly.
I don't think we should put him in S tier, but I do think high A is called for. The question is whether we should put him above where we should put him on A tier.
I think just for thematic reasons he's above Kizuru. Because when his mustache is based around his power set, come on, you gotta.
Yeah. I'm cool with putting McGuy above Kizuru.
Well, can you just say that name again?
McGuy.
Oh, McGuy. Oh, okay. I feel like I already have his open. Yes, McGuy.
Like McGuy, yes.
Yeah. It's a good stash. It's a good stash. So
It is a very good stash.
Where in S tier are we putting him? I would say in between the two Qingzhous.
I would agree with you that it is an S tier mustache. And between the Qingzhou seems okay, yeah.
Because again, Qingzhou's is a case of two S tier mustaches.
Yes.
Yeah, your stash has to be really, really, really good to get past Qingzhou.
Yeah. We're gonna have Qingzhou as the barrier to S tier.
Yes,
Qingzhou is the gatekeeper, yes.
very much so.
So unless you are better than Qingzhou, you do not get into S tier.
Yep.
So next one up is Meadows, is like Qingzhou in the Coliseum tournaments, and he is I'm pretty sure he was just a jobber who got knocked out really quickly.
Yeah, and the mustache, you can tell from the mustache. It's like
It's another
it's mediocre at best.
It's another Fu Manchu, but it's also worse than Jabra's. So
I think
I'd say
think
D or E. I would say
I
D or
high
E.
D tier. I high D tier.
Are we gonna put him above or below the vaguely Jewish Gorosei?
I would say he's below that, honestly.
Yeah.
What above the Tontada?
Honestly, I would put him below the Tontada as well.
What do you think, Mel?
The Tontadas just seems like an extension of his beard as a thing.
Yeah, I feel
same
like
with the
putting him above
Goroseis, really.
Panda.
So I would actually put him above the Jewish Goroseis.
No, but I
just for
think
having
that-
a
I think
distinct
overall-
mustache. Just for having a distinct mustache.
Okay,
Nothing
okay,
else.
I can buy that. Yeah, yeah.
Nothing
okay.
else.
Next up, though, is Vice Admiral Momonga,
Hmm.
who I believe is probably the most
He's the
prominent
guy who-
Vice Admiral besides Garp pre-time skip.
He's also the only person He's also the only person in the series to overcome his horniness with self-harm.
Yep.
That's literally the most, the most impressive thing he's ever done in the series is overcoming horniness through the power of self-harm.
But his mustache is pretty damn rad. So
It is pretty good. It is like very distinct to the point. I would say it's A tier because you cannot.
A tier.
The character does not exist without the mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
mustache
just
really
not look
works.
as good without the mustache.
Now the question is, where in A tier?
I would say definitely below Doberman. It doesn't help him as much as Doberman's
I would say Sukiyaki's is better as well.
Yeah, I would put him just above
Well,
Daifuku.
Yeah, no, Momonga definitely has a better mustache than
It's even
Daifuku.
the same style as Daifuku's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
Just
better,
Momonga
really.
beats him in volume.
Yeah,
It's bigger and better.
it is. In this case, bigger is better.
Yeah. Now, next up, we have a monkey mink by the name of Maoji.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. He's like a quaternary character.
No, he is not a
And-
significant character in any way.
No.
And it's very much the mustache is distinct, but it's hard to tell from this angle,
Yeah.
right? Like it is
Yeah, it's
distinct from the
definitely
beard, but
distinct.
from this picture, it does look like it's the same as the beard.
Again, though, he's taken
I
out
think-
he's taken out the area that would be the Hitler mustache, and that sort of hurts a mustache.
I don't know. For some people, it can work.
For some people, it can work, but only sort of the Fu Manchu style does it work, really.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it
yeah,
looks
no.
kind of shit.
Yeah, so that's
the
pretty
only-
common when you.
The only thing worse than it really is like in this, for the Charlotte brother in Disgrace, when you try and fill it in, but it doesn't work really well. That's the only thing worse than really having the gap, and it just doesn't work for him.
I will say though, the parallelism with the eyebrows, I think, bumps him up a tier.
Ooh, that's a good point. It actually does work well with the eyebrows. And that may have been his
maybe-
thinking.
Maybe E tier.
No, I would say D.
I would say D actually, yeah. With the eyebrows, I'd put him in D.
Where are we putting him in
I
D
would
tier?
say
Are
high
we
D
gonna put
tier
him-
actually.
Yeah, I think it's not quite as good as Jabra or the other Tontada, but I think it's like above nose hair guy.
That's
D
C
tier,
tier.
not C tier.
That's C
Oh, the D
tier.
tier. Oh no, and that. Oh right. In that case, if we're talking D tier, he is absolutely at the top of D tier. He is absolutely at the top of D tier.
Actually,
Monkey Mink,
top of D tier
Yeah.
or bottom of C tier?
top of D tier.
I would
I
prefer
think the
bottom of C tier personally.
I think the commitment to make it look like the eyebrows deserves to be recognized with C tier. It doesn't work especially well, which is why it's not higher than C tier, but it does deserve recognition.
There was an idea. There was definitely a cohesive attempt.
Yes.
This is another Water 7 doctor, isn't he?
Nope. Nako is the doctor of Nami's hometown.
Oh.
He's the guy who patched up Genzo. And he did a pretty bang-up job.
I mean, I would... by that, I would say that he's got a better mustache than Genzo as well.
Okay, so I just got to make this clear. So I'm looking at his Wikipedia entry, and as you can see, he's got a bandana with a red cross on it. You know, common symbol for medical personnel. It was edited out in the 4Kids dub. Why?
Of course it was.
Why? That doesn't make sense.
They changed Ace's name because it was apparently some sort of incredibly obscure reference to drugs or something.
Yeah, they named him Trace.
Which, what's funny is that there's a lot of people named Ace. There's very few people named Trace.
Trace
as not a nickname.
Trace is
it's a nickname,
Tracy, which is a girl's name.
Yes. But like, it's just like we do not talk about the 4Kids. The 4Kids dub is single-handedly responsible for not making One Piece as popular as it should be.
Yeah.
Anyways, back on track to this guy.
It is a good stash that works with his beard.
Yeah.
I think it's better. It's one higher than Genzo.
I think with the beard it goes higher than Atash.
I can live with that. Yeah.
I wouldn't say better than Lao Guy, but I would say better than Atash.
You mean Lao Ji?
Lao Ji.
You're mistaking him for the place the Earth King would like to invite you.
God damn it.
All I can say is that it's 2:45 in the morning, so...
Fair enough.
Look, all you need to remember is that there is no war in Dressrosa.
Anyways, yeah, so where are we putting him?
Who is this?
Put him between Lao Ji and Atash.
Like, who the hell is this guy?
No fucking clue.
I think he's a joke Marine that Oda drew.
Very possible.
His beard, his mustache is fucking weird, though.
It's very weird.
Not to mention the rest.
Is it not just a Fu Manchu?
Mm-mm. It's too thick on the lips to be a Fu Manchu.
I honestly don't know how to classify him.
Yeah.
I won't put him in F tier, honestly.
I would say it's high F tier.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I'd say about here.
Yeah, that's a good place to put it.
Better than that dude,
Yeah,
not
that
as
works.
good as Jeet.
No, not as good as Cheat.
Now this is a good mustache.
This is a pretty good mustache.
It just
I'm trying to
frames
find
his
this guy's
face. It's like
name.
He seems like a king of some sort because he does have a crown.
Yeah.
Honestly, he looks like Elizabello's dad or brother.
I don't know where he is on here, because, Oh, I found the guy with the... Oh, Jesus.
Oh?
Okay, so the guy, the joke Marine, who we just placed, his name is Nazu Ketagari, and, he's the guy who's in charge of assigning epithets to Marines, including the Admiral aliases. So he's the reason that Borsalino is called Kizuru.
You can also use Haki.
Yeah, he's a vice admiral. Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's... So he's stronger... In theory, he's stronger than Kobe. which is just very funny to me. I mean, he does a pretty important job, so it makes sense. Like, One Piece is very much an authority equals asking sort of world, so...
Yeah.
I mean, he has to be pretty strong to just get away with pulling off the pigtails.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Regardless, I don't know what this guy's name is.
No, I'm trying to figure it out.
I know the next guy's Orlumbus.
Ooh, that's a big old gap between the two, which is not great.
I can't find him.
Well, I just think he's got an A-tier mustache. At least a B-tier, if not A-tier.
I can see him being an A tier, yeah.
I think it's not as good as the Whitebeard Commander, but it's better than,
Yeah, it's better than the Charlotte
Babiroy.
Brother. It's better than the Charlotte Brother, yeah.
I would say at this point, Babiroy is probably the confirmed bottom of A-tier.
Yes.
He's floor of A.
He is very much the gatekeeper for A tier.
And we'll have Tom as a pretty good gatekeeper for B tier, honestly.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Orlumbus.
Orlumbus is pretty firm B, I think.
It's very Hulk Hogan.
It's a very Hulk Hogan. But that's also a bad thing, because you don't want to look like Hulk Hogan anymore.
Oh, no.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't have the beard, so it's just the mustache portion of the Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, but that was the big thing about Hulk Hogan. It was the mustache that really stood out. You don't want to be associating with Hulk Hogan anymore. Is the issue.
Regardless, I still think it's a quality mustache overall.
I'd be putting it in C. I'd be
agnostic
putting it in C around here, honestly, just because of the associations.
Yes, I would agree with that.
It is a shame. If it didn't remind me of Hulk Hogan, it would probably be just about in B tier, but it's a tough association to get past now, unfortunately.
Now, this guy I think is a Marine Vice Admiral.
Very possibly.
This kind of looks like a fake Whitebeard stash, not gonna lie.
I wouldn't say so. It's not curving up is the thing. If it was curving up,
that's why I'm saying it's fake. Oh, it looks like, you know what? It's like short. It's a shorter version of Pizarro's mustache. Right?
I can kind of see that.
I'm trying to remember which one is Pizarro.
Pizarro's
D
the guy
tier.
we put in. Pizarro is the guy with the. No, we put him in E tier because he has a super sus mustache.
Right, like second last in E tier. Yes, that guy. Blue-haired guy.
I wouldn't say it's as bad as that, because at least he's got the same colour hair. It's not slightly off shade.
I would say it's one tier up.
D tier? I said D tier is fine.
I think high D tier.
I would put him above the Charlotte sibling. So I don't know if I'd put him at the top of D tier.
Yeah, I think the top of D tier has put too much work into that to lose that spot.
So yeah, we'll put him up between the top of D tier and the Charlotte sibling.
Now, Pika.
Disgrace.
Disgrace. It's a shit mustache.
Pika is a disgrace.
It's a shit mustache.
It's like he's barely trying. This is like.
So how far into disgrace are we putting him? Are we putting him below Orochi, below Blackbeard? How far?
Not below Blackbeard.
So
I would say just above Blackbeard.
Yes.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Next up
It just looks like he shaved his beard and couldn't be bothered to shave his mustache.
Peachbeard. Now, are we taking into account he was beaten by Moda?
I mean, Moda was roided up at the time, so
At the same time, still beaten by Moda.
we're just taking into account the actual mustache.
I know.
Nothing more. Nothing.
I know. I just wanted to mention it, if nothing else. It's not a
Fair.
bad mustache.
I don't
to
even
be honest.
remember who Moda is.
Moda is the
The girl from
milk girl.
Ace's cover story.
Oh, right. Peach. Okay. Look, I've forgotten Ace's cover story completely, so I will miss everything. I mean, it's a decent mustache.
It is a pretty decent mustache. It's whether the pink works with the brown hair.
That's the question, isn't it? I would say it clashes.
It does clash.
I think.
It clashes with the
Yeah.
rest of his
Like-
color style. I know what he's trying to.
Yeah,
I know
he's
what he's
like-
trying to do. He's trying to make it peach colored, but it hasn't worked well.
And like
I
the
will
thing
say
is, it's
easier.
like if you're gonna go for like a brightly colored epithet, at least put some work into your like hairstyle and clothes. Like
Yeah.
he's just like it's like he just decided to dye his mustache and that's it.
Yeah.
He dyed
It's-
his
it's
beard
kind of
too, but
sus.
like
It's
you dye
kind
your
of sus.
facial hair and not the rest of your hair, and it's just not as good.
Yeah.
It's pretty sus.
It is
not gonna
pretty
lie.
sus. Where in
So
sus though?
yeah, I want to say above Pizarro, but below Kuro Marimo.
Let's just put him right in the middle, like between the chef and the nameless man.
All right.
Yes. Next up is Pound.
Okay, let's be real. Pound would look no different if he didn't have the mustache.
Agreed.
Yeah, I want to put.
As
I think
we can
sus
see
is a
by
good
his
tier for him.
daughters, they look no different without the stash.
Yeah, no, I would
Yeah.
say he's just. I would call this F tier.
Yeah.
F
I'd
tier,
put it
no,
around the
that's-
same. I'd put it around here because it's the same as that guy, where
It's
it
better
just,
than that, guys. Yes,
it's
but
better
it's
than
like
that guy's, but it just doesn't. It's just not enough.
Yeah.
this is better.
This is the guy.
better.
This is the middle of Baskerville.
What's his name?
It's one of the three heads of Baskerville. I forget what their individual names are. Oh my god, his name is literally And.
That's very funny.
He's referred
It's a
to
good
as
mustache, though.
Princess.
Referred to as what?
He also refers to himself as Princess, which is hilarious because he's right before Queen.
I'm still not seeing him on the list of canon characters. Is the thing.
No, he's part of Baskerville. Like he's literally Baskerville. All three heads of Baskerville are part of the same entry on the wiki.
Ah, okay.
Now, it's a good stash.
It is a good stash.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yes. Now,
Yeah, it's
now.
Baskerville.
Are we considering Baskerville the same person? Is the question.
Well,
I
this
would
is-
say
we're
no.
not.
I
they
would
are
say
separate
no.
Individuals. They are just exceptionally close.
If you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Bow chicka bow wow.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me,
I mean,
but like,
they are exceptionally close. But yeah, I say middle Baskerville is I want to say solid B tier.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Now let's get rid of him so we can like go to Queen, who is like,
Where
and yet another.
I would say
Let's
above
put
brown
on
beard.
Logan.
I would say above brown,
Brown beard. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that work.
Now Queen with the
Now,
with another
Queen.
Fu
Queen is
Manchu.
an. Here's the thing, Queen is the second character who has a hair color I was very much not expecting in Wano.
Yeah.
Mhm. But
I mean,
does
it works for Queen.
I think
Queen-
it works.
Queen pull it off.
I think Queen does pull it off. The question is
I
the
think
is
it
the
works.
mustache
It's just like it.
is the mustache a rip-off or a homage to his captain?
I'd
I
say
feel
an
like
homage.
I would say it's more of an homage, and I will say this: we have to. He's a zone, so we have to consider the 3 forms.
I'd say the mustache works really well in his hybrid and full.
I think he looks. The mustache looks better in his beast adjacent forms than in his human form.
Yeah.
Like I think his human form has the worst mustache. So I think
the mustache works aesthetically best with his beast forms.
Yes, and as a result of that, I would say that in the beast form, his mustache is pretty solidly in A tier.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the human form bumps him down to B tier.
B tier seems good. It is a better Fu Manchu than Jabra's by far.
Yes, that's why I'm saying is like he's
definitely better than Jabra, but yes.
It's better than Jabra's, but like
it's definitely not A tier.
It's not as good, even close to. Yeah.
No, we're in B tier though is the question.
I think he's better than like.
I think he's better than most of them.
I do think he's high B tier. I think he's above Hawk. I think he's above Hawk.
No, I would put him. No, I think I would put him between the Doctor and the Gorilla.
That seems fair.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
That seems fair.
I think I can agree with that.
Now the next one is Rakuyo, who is another Whitebeard commander.
I think his two-tone, like the difference between the hair and the mustache, work better.
Yes.
Yeah, because
I think it works very well with the bandana.
It does.
But I think it's just a bit generic.
It is kind of generic at this point.
Like, it's good. Yeah, it's good for what it is, but it is a bit generic. So I would say B tier at most.
Yeah.
That's C tier.
No.
I'd say he's like better. Not as good as Brownbeard, so let's put him one below Brownbeard, perhaps.
Yeah, right
I would
below
say
Brownbeard.
I would agree with that. Who be this motherfucker?
I think he was one of the guys at the Reverie. Don't think he got the name.
Are you certain he didn't get a name?
I don't recall if he did.
Ramen.
He was at the Reverie.
Ramen.
That's
His
all.
name is Ramen.
God fucking damn it.
He is the king of Kado country.
Let's be real. Of the many One Piece names, Ramen isn't even close to best or weirdest or worst.
We have another name that's food-based on this list that is quite a bit worse. But we will get to. But yeah, this is another Fu Manchu mustache.
It's noticeably thicker than some of the other ones on this list.
Yeah, it's definitely. I don't think it's as good as Queen's, but I think it's better than Jabra's.
Ooh, I wouldn't say it's as good as Jabra's.
agree with that, yes.
I wouldn't say it's as good as Jabra's, honestly.
You think it's too thick?
I think
Jabra's
fits his face better than this.
Yeah.
Jabra's fits his face better than
this guy. This guy looks like he's just taken somebody else's Fu Manchu and stuck it to his face.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Still in C tier though?
I would still say C tier, just lower.
I think it's better than the monkeys, but that's all. I think it's one above the monkey.
Yes, I can agree
see
with that. I can agree with that. Yep.
Next up is Riku.
Don't make a Kingdom Hearts joke. Don't make a Kingdom Hearts joke. Don't make a Kingdom Hearts joke.
I'm glad you told me not to because I was thinking of one.
I'm trying very hard not to.
Let's call him Ricky then.
You know what?
His gladiator name.
Yes, his gladiator name. It's good. It's like nothing special, but it's like it works very well with his eyebrows, and it's very distinct from his beard.
Yeah.
The
mustache actually overshadows the beard.
This is a mustache that has gotten better through time, Because you look at him at age 41,
Yes.
it's a very bad mustache. But then you get to age 50 and it's grown in and it looks good. And then you get to him when we see him and it looks distinguished.
It's very
Yeah.
much the mustache of one who has experienced the vicissitudes of life.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a good mustache and it works well for him.
I think it's A tier. I will say A tier, yeah.
Above or below the Nameless King?
Above. I'd say above.
I can agree with that, yeah.
I'd say
If only for
below
the eyebrows.
Fasa, but I'd say below Fasa, but above the Nameless King dude.
Yeah.
Now these two entries the same person?
No, they are not. The first
they
one
twins?
is Commander Ripper, who was the guy who showed up at Shelltown to arrested Morgan.
And who's the other guy? They look the same.
They do look like they're
They have the same.
They were both. Oh my god! They were both in Morgan's division.
I feel like they're just the
These
same.
are twin brothers.
They might be related, honestly. The first one is Ripper. The second one is Rokaku.
Look, I feel like they're the same person, but I won't argue it. It's
They
like
have
a square.
identical facial hair.
They have a square on their face. It's just
Here's
it's
the
kind
thing.
of weird.
Here's the thing. I'm looking at their wiki, and they've got the same picture, but claiming to be the different person. Like on Ripper's.
How you can tell?
On
How
Ripper's.
you can tell is
On Ripper's, it's saying Ripper after the time skip with his new uniform. And then on Rokaku's, it's the same picture with Rokaku eating at Rika's table.
Look.
I think they're the
That
same
is less
person.
of a concern.
no, they both are. They're in the same picture, but they just look extremely similar. Honestly, I think it's just a symptom of Oda's early art. But they both belong in the same tier, right next to each other.
Yes, they are literally the same.
Their facial hair is nearly identical. In which case, we just have to decide where to put both of them collectively.
I think they look better without the mustaches.
I want to say D tier or E tier.
D at best.
I want to say mid or low D for them.
I'd put them around the same as Frenchie, but maybe worse.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
I'd put them below Maynard.
Yeah, it's just barely better than Fujitora.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one is better? Which one is better than the other? Ripper or Rokaku? I know they're identical, but I can't put them on the same spot.
Okay, put Ripper above Rokaku.
Okay.
They're just so fucking similar.
They are.
I'm still not convinced they're not just the same person.
Neither am I.
I'm not either.
I feel like fucking Oda drew Ripper, forgot he'd done it, saw the design, went, that's a good design for this character, and then realized he created two characters with the same design and had to, muddle through it. Anyway,
That would not surprise me.
who be this guy?
I mean, like,
the aptly named
remember
Raj,
that this
who
is the person. Remember that Oda is the person who had to be reminded by his editor not to spoil the ending of the series by accident. Who was reminded by his editor to remove a page in an early chapter, or like in chapter 1000, like before chapter 1000.
Yeah.
that spoiled the ending of the series, so I would not put it past him.
But yeah, this guy is the aptly named Run because he is a spider centaur who works under Caesar.
He's another one where he doesn't need the mustache. He'd be fine with just the beard.
It does, like, it really,
It does nothing.
I can barely tell it's there.
It does nothing for his face.
You want to put him in E or F tier?
F tier.
F tier.
We want to put him above or below Geen?
He's not homeless man levels, no. But, like, yeah, it's barely there.
I'd probably put him above
just
Pound.
above Pound.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that. Just barely above Pound.
Sakuzuki Akainu.
Which is, you know what's funny about him? He was clean shaven before the time skip. He's actually the only character. He is probably the most recent mustache development in the series.
And it's not a very good one. It's not a very good one.
He very much focused more on the beard, I think.
He did focus on the beard. He focused on the beard and realized it looked weird without the mustache and has started trying to grow it in.
I'm gonna give him, like...
I want to put him in F tier or E tier at the highest.
It's, like, kind of sus, yes. It's a bit sus.
You want to say bottom E tier? Bottom E tier.
Yeah. Who be this, I assume, drunk fellow?
Yeah. Well, let's have Sakuzuki be the floor of E tier then.
Yeah.
Because that works pretty well.
Yes, who be this, I assume, drunk fellow?
Don't know.
Great.
I'm trying to find him, but the pictures
Sam.
on the...
His name is Sam. Ordinary, every person Sam-san. Who is a drunk person. Drunk man from Kokoyashi Village.
Bad, actually.
It's not bad. It's just like it's kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
I'd say probably C or D tier then.
Yeah, I can agree with D tier. I don't think it could go in C tier.
Probably not. Where do we want to put him in D tier though?
Again, I think he
very
should be
middle
above
of the road.
I think he should be above the Jewish Gorosei just for having an actual mustache and not a mustache that's part of his.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
I'd say we put him above Meadows too.
Yeah.
Now
that's fair.
I know the next guy, I just don't remember his name.
Hang on. Let me take a look.
So he's between Sam and Sengoku.
Yeah, I'm drawing a complete blank on this guy. I don't think I even remember who he is.
No, but again, he's got a fairly typical mustache. He's C tier.
It's like
C or D tier, really. His mustache is distinct from his beard, but that's about all he's got going for him.
I think it overall works better than the Charlotte sibling in D tier.
Yeah.
So I can see putting him there, yeah.
I think with the beard it works better than whoever the fuck that guy is. So I'd put him just above that guy.
I can agree with that, yeah.
It's a very similar mustache, but with the beard it works better.
Yeah,
I can agree with
him
that.
being the silver medalist D tier.
Sengoku.
Now Sengoku.
Sengoku is pretty high up, I'd say. Because it complements his afro really well.
It does. We also have to remember that he is, in fact, the Heavenly Buddha.
Yep.
So, we have to take into account his Buddha form as well.
And also we have to take into account that he has a pretty long but braided beard that goes with the mustache.
Yeah.
That's true. This picture doesn't have the beard in it, because young Sengoku has a very... Because he did get the beard when he was older. We also have to remember that he stopped dyeing it after the time skip as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe just straight went gray because of the events right before the time skip.
I would not be surprised at that either, though.
By the way, in relation to Sengoku's butter fruit, I thought that was just his stand. I didn't know he transformed into the fucking butter.
I mean,
Genuinely surprised me when I realized that.
was it not obvious
No,
that it was a transformation?
no. I just thought he created a giant golden Buddha.
Nope.
I mean, to be fair, that is a fairly prevalent trope in like a lot of East Asian media. Like in a lot of Janja works, there's a lot of characters who just their power is that they summon a giant Buddha behind them that attacks people.
Fairly sure that's along the same lines as Netero's power from Hunter x Hunter.
That is literally Netero's power. He summons a Buddha, yes.
A Bodhisattva.
Anyway, we're getting sidetracked from the topic of Sengoku's mustache.
It's an okay mustache.
I think it's a better mustache as he gets older.
It is, but I would also say it would be better if it joined up with his sideburns.
Maybe.
It does droop a little bit, which would not be as good.
It does droop a little bit, but...
It's a tad bushy, but that works for him. I think B tier is fine.
I would say B tier. High B tier.
Okay.
High B tier.
Highest B tier? Or above Hawk?
I think he beats...
B-tier.
I think he's the top of B tier, yeah. Honestly, I would say his looks kind of better than Babiroy. So either we want to move Babiroy down or move him up. Because in comparison to the rest of A tier, Babiroy is just not as good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's swap Sengoku and Babiroy. We'll put Babiroy. Bleh. We'll put him at the top of B tier and put Sengoku at the bottom of A tier.
Yeah, okay. Senor Pink.
So I love Senor Pink, but the mustache isn't great.
Yeah, it's not a good mustache.
Nah.
There are manlier mustaches than that.
Regardless of whether or not it's baby mode or mafia mode, it's not a great mustache.
I'd say
it's around this tier, honestly. It's a similar sort of thing as these two, so it's about where it is in there.
I'd say it's higher than the Marine at least.
Yeah,
it is higher than the Marine. Yeah. Okay, Shanks. I love Shanks, but this is not even trying.
Yeah.
It's like, especially relative to the character, it's like it's almost a disgrace, kind of.
I wouldn't put it that far down.
Oh no, because okay.
I want to say it's better than Sakuzuki.
No, let's compare it to Kizuru, because that's the best point of comparison. When Shanks is kind of just being a goofy Luffy's dad, I think it actually works really well, like in a similar way to how Kizuru's works.
Yeah.
Also, we should bear in mind the thickness of his mustache and beard seem to vary depending on the time frame.
They do.
And also they seem to vary depending on how serious he's being. Because when he's very serious, it's barely there. But like when he's kind of just goofing around and partying, it's kind of much more obvious.
So what are we thinking?
I think it should be around B tier at the minimum.
Ooh.
I want to say C tier.
Yeah.
Top of C tier then?
Top of C tier. I will say, like, I don't think it fits him more than Jabra fits him.
Again, facial hair as a whole, I think it would. I think he probably would be able to make it up to B or A, but just the mustache alone, it's not great.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Not compared to
It's
everyone
This
far
is
else.
better than
Shiki, isn't it?
Cheeky. I think this is the only movie character on here.
It's because he's the only canon movie character.
Yeah. Shiki we can put. I think his mustache isn't really like as important as his beard.
Yeah, it's another not really there mustache, is the thing.
I
Yeah,
kinda
it's
wanna put him in E
very
tier.
low tier.
Kind of put him in E
It's
tier.
E tier at the highest. I would say it's probably better than Sakazuki's.
Yeah, it's very similar to Sakazuki's. Very similar to Sakazuki's.
Now Shishilian, on the other hand, has a very distinguished mustache.
It fits in with his persona really well.
He's a
It
musketeer.
works. It's very well with the hat as well.
Yeah, no, it's a good. It's a
very
well done
compatible
mustache.
with the hat.
It's a
Easy A tier.
well done mustache.
I think I think it's better than the King dude in A tier.
Yeah, I think it's better than Riku's.
I'd
feel
honestly
like you can
put
make
him
an
between.
argument.
I'd honestly put him between Momonga and Daifuku.
You know, now that I look at it, yeah. You know, it's funny. Pedro's not on this list, is he?
I don't think
I don't
so.
think
no.
so.
We would
I don't
have.
believe
We would have reached
Pedro
him by now.
quite qualifies because it's just
Okay,
Whisker.
who is this?
Stainless, Vice Admiral Stainless.
Okay, it's a good mustache, but it's a very generic good mustache.
Mm. It has.
I think the
issues.
highest we could put this is B tier.
B tier seems fine.
Yeah.
I would say the next guy is in B tier as well.
I'd put him around this sort of level of
The
generic
Genzo tier.
mustache.
I would say it's like not as good as Atash.
Yeah.
Between Genzo and Atash seems about right.
Yeah.
The next guy seems like similar.
I
Sort
believe
of
that
situation.
guy is Stevie, who is the other Sea Train guy from Water 7.
I mean, a similar situation to Genzo and like that guy is it's very much in that same zone of B tier. Like it's a well done mustache. It's just nothing special.
I wouldn't even say it's as good as like Genzo and the others. Honestly.
About Brownbeard though. It's better than Brownbeard's.
Is it better than Brownbeard's? It's not got as much volume as Brownbeard's is the other thing.
Okay, you know, I can accept it being lower.
I'd say around
I can
here.
It's better than the Ninja. I will say that it is better than the Ninjas.
Yeah. I can agree. Next up is Vice Admiral Strawberry.
Is he the one with the very long head?
Very
Yes.
long head, very
He's
long
the one with
beard.
Yeah. The mustache just gets overshadowed by everything else.
Yeah, no, Strawberry is kind of like
C
F tier.
Oh, F tier? You think so?
Wow. Okay,
I want
that would be
to
harsh.
say like tier D.
I can live with the D tier.
The question is above or below Blue or no?
I think it's better than. I think
With
it's
the
better
beard-
than Elizabello's.
With the
Huh?
beard, I would sort of put him around the.
The twins.
Yeah. I'd say
Well,
just
Who
above
may or
the
may not be.
twins. I'd say just above the
Okay,
twins.
I can
with
live
the
with
beard.
that. I
Yeah,
can
that's
live with
fine.
that.
Next up is Stroyson, the head chef of the Charlotte family.
Okay, are we gonna ignore the fact that he probably groomed Big Mom?
What probably is there about it? He definitely did it.
He manipulated her into becoming a powerful pirate so he could just live life nicely.
No, but like also he's very likely the father of
Let's
her
not go there.
oldest children.
Let's not go there.
No, like the resemblance between him and Prospero is uncanny.
I don't want to consider that. Honestly. Let's not think about that. We're here to think about the mustaches.
It's not a bad mustache.
It's
It
not
is
a bad
not.
mustache. It's just a terrible person.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's canonically an awful person, but
I
the
mean, if
mustache
we
is
were
still pretty
talking
damn
about
good.
that, you know, Kaido would not be top. Kaido's
Fair
done
enough.
some
Not be
pretty
S tier
awful
if we were-
things.
Kaido would definitely be a lot lower tier if we were talking about the quality of the person.
Funnily enough, Blackbeard would be around the same place.
Oh no, Blackbeard would still be near the bottom.
As would probably Orochi.
So would Orochi.
Yeah.
Orochi is where he belongs, regardless of how we're quantifying them. He is always trash.
Yep.
If we're going by mustache alone, I would say B tier.
Mm-hmm.
Where in B tier is the question.
I don't think it's as good as Queen's,
Mm-mm.
but I think it's better than the gorilla.
Yeah.
That feels right. Damn, B tier is really packed.
I mean, that is the mediocre tier, so yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
not
would say
mediocre. That's the
mediocre.
good. That's the good but not unique tier,
Yeah.
right? That's like, I think professional is the best word for it. It's the tier for the ones that you could get by paying a decent amount of money at a salon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, next up is King Taco.
What's his relation to Taco Police?
No, this is...
Oh, it's the Mexican stereotype.
Yes.
King
The
Tacos,
one, the king.
I should point out, not just taco. Tacos.
Yes, the one with the with. Okay, let's be
mean,
real.
he
Art is
also
good at
named-
a lot of things. Not stereotyping is not one of them.
He also did name the guy named after Abe Lincoln King Hamburg. He literally named the American dude Hamburger, so I think he just was equal opportunity in naming them after the national food stereotype.
You know, that makes it somewhat better. Yes.
So I am a little more okay with it than if it was just him and him alone named after the food.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still not great. The mustache, though, is pretty damn thick.
That is a very thick mustache. That is going to pick up
But the
so many
question is-
crumbs. That is going to pick up so many crumbs.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like that doesn't just because it's like the volume is there doesn't mean the quality is. You know what I'm saying?
There is very much a like quality bell curve for volume of mustache. I would say that's at the further end of it.
Yeah,
You
I
wanna
would say that's
C or
kind of.
D? C or D.
Yeah.
The question is which tier to put him in.
I'd say C. I'd say somewhere closer to the top of C.
Above the Charlotte,
Yeah.
above the Charlotte sibling, but below the other
I'd say
one.
there. I'd say there is good.
Now, Baron Tamago.
It's another fairly
We
decent
do have to
mustache.
consider. We also have to consider his forms.
Yes.
I will say the mustache does become a bit less prominent in a couple of the forms, but in his maximum chicken form, it's like pretty glorious.
It's a good mustache. It's a really good mustache.
Honestly, I would not be. I would say A tier.
I'd say low A tier.
I
Yeah.
would not object to putting an A tier.
I'd say low A
Yeah.
tier. I'd say above Riku,
That's fair. That's fair.
but just below Foster.
I can live with that. Yeah, it does have a bit of the nose hair issue going on, but like
It's not as bad.
it's not as bad. Yeah.
The rest of the mustache looks good enough to compensate for it coming out of his nose.
And like it
Yeah.
doesn't have that problem once he goes full chicken form.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who'd be
Okay,
this
next
man?
up is... I'm trying to find him.
Well, he has the same like sort of mouth outline kind of generic mustache that a lot of other characters have, so we just find some of the other characters who have that sort of mustache, and that seems to be the D tier,
Yeah.
generally. I would say it's better than Aladdin. I would not say it's better than Fujitora and Elizabello, though. I would put it in below Elizabello, personally.
Yeah.
Fair.
Now, who is this dude?
Not sure. God,
I'm looking for him right now.
got a decent enough mustache. You gotta look at that curl on it.
Oh yeah, it does have a curl at the end.
It's a very nice curl.
Also, we should note the little beard that like ends in that little spade, the
Yeah.
spade beard. I think it ties it all together. I think the mustache is like
Yeah.
very solid. It goes well with the glasses as well. It doesn't
Yeah.
clash over much with the hair. I would say solid B tier, if not A tier.
Like I said, I just want to try and get a better look at who the fuck this is. Just get a better look at the beard as a
I don't
whole.
know. Oh, he's one of the
We're
referees,
at
dude.
the point. We're kind of at the point where we just have no idea who these
This
people
is
are.
the guy who is the king of the England analog. I think it's
T the
Cavendish's
Fourth.
home country.
T the Fourth.
Yes.
Ah, okay. So yes, okay. I don't feel as bad as about King Tacos anymore.
Yeah.
Because if the American is named Burger, Hamburger, and the British guy is named T, okay, I get where he's going with this. He could have chosen another Mexican food, but we also have to consider the fact that he's Japanese and he may not even know what Mexican food is, so he just figured.
Let's just go
pick the
through
one
some of
that-
the, let's just go through some of these names. So we've got Chairman Hamburger. We've got T the Fourth.
Who looks like Abe Lincoln.
We've got Ramen. We've got Beer the Sixth. Tacos. Lemon Cheese. Jeep. Samosa. Ferrari. Sauce. Stroganoff. Chap. Oh, that's who he is. That's who the Nazi mustache is. Chap.
What the hell's Chap?
Chap is the name of the guy with the Nazi mustache. With the
No,
with the Hitler mustache.
What is he named after?
I don't know.
What is his country analog?
Germany.
The name of his
Oh,
kingdom
well,
is
that's
like the name
not
of
a
his kingdom
great
is
look.
likely a corruption of Deutsch.
Oh, that's not a great look. That the German. Okay.
And his
Since
name
the German-
his name could be a reference to Charlie Chaplin, who also had the toothbrush mustache.
Okay,
That's less bad.
but at
That's
the
less
same
bad.
time, the German ruler having the Hitler stash is extremely on the nose.
Yes.
Oh, it's even worse in the
I-
manga.
I-
It's even worse in the manga. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Does he just look like Hitler in the manga?
No, but the moustache looks worse. I will post that in our chat. Oh boy, that's worse. That's worse. Oh. Let's
I gotta see
send that.
Okay, so you know what? I am no longer upset about
About
Oh,
Taco.
God.
About
Oh,
Taco.
yeah.
Taco.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that looks worse.
Yeah.
That looks worse.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Also,
No, that's just Hitler.
yeah.
That's just Hitler.
Going back to T the Fourth, his beard is clock hands.
Oh, that makes sense. Because like, what is England known for?
Big Ben
Ben.
and T. Big Ben and T.
And-
And a bowler hat. He's wearing a bowler hat with the Union Jack on it.
Okay, so we should no longer be upset about.
No.
When it is this equal opportunity, I don't think we can be upset
No,
about King Tacos.
we can't be upset about King
No.
Tacos. Frankly.
No.
I'd put him up in
Okay,
B or C. B. I'd say B. It's a nice mustache.
I would put him in B tier.
Yeah.
It's
I'd put
very
him
nice.
above
I would say it's
Streisand,
better
honestly.
than brown beards.
I'd put him above,
Honestly, yeah, I can
I'd
see
put him
that.
above
I can see
Streisand.
that.
I
Above
think
Streisand?
I think
That's perfect.
yeah. Fucking dude from Alabaster who was with the water.
Toto.
It's a nice
Oh
bushy
yeah, the
mustache.
guy who died.
It's a nice bushy mustache.
It is
which
very
makes,
nice.
Which makes me think he should be with the Doctor Man with the red nose.
Okay, yes, but at the same time, that thing would catch so much sand in the desert.
Yeah.
It keeps it out of his mouth, though.
It does.
That's
a
point.
good
You know
point.
what? It is a utility
That's
mustache.
a very good
That's a good point. I would put him higher than the Doctor then.
Yep.
Put him one higher than the Doctor. Because it's a utility stash.
Now,
He is a professional, after all.
Now, if that is not connected to his chin, that is a really cool mustache. But if it does connect to his chin, it's a very bad beard.
If it's connected to his chin, it's a bad beard. But if it's not connected to his chin, that is just an S tier.
Yeah, who is he? Who is he? We have to know who he is.
But I can't find him.
We have to know who he is
find
the
him.
question.
It's between T and V. So, how many letters is that?
Not very
TUV.
many. Not very many.
Yeah, so it's either T, U, or V.
I'm just looking through all the
You know what you
characters
can
on
do?
this.
Jack, do you know what you can do?
What?
You can do a Google reverse image search, and
No,
that'll
you can't.
probably
You can't do it on this. Is the issue? I
You
tried.
can't select the images?
No, I mean if you right click, all it comes up with is this.
Huh, you can't open the image in a new tab?
No,
Nope.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
it is unfortunate.
I can't find him.
Okay, assuming it's connected to the beard, because let's be real, that's more likely.
Yeah.
Where would we put that?
Yeah, that's definitely a beard.
I kind of want it to just be a triangle mustache though, 'cause that would be cool.
No. Nope, that's the beard. No, there's a beard down there.
I'm still gonna try and find who he is.
Okay.
Because I really like. I need
Let's
to
skip
know.
over him for the time being. Let's skip over him for the time being. Now, Jack, can someone look up the Vegapunk wiki page and see if there's any
No,
indication
there
whether
isn't.
or not
There
he has a
isn't.
mustache?
There isn't. I checked.
Nope.
I checked. I made
Okay,
sure
so
I
I
checked.
think Vegapunk is just here as the troll option.
Very possibly.
So we should just skip Vegapunk and go to Vega. Virgo. His name is Virgo, not Vega.
Virgo, yes.
It's a disgrace, is what it is.
It's a pretty poor mustache.
It's absolutely a disgrace.
I mean, here's the thing. The sideburns and the beard, good. The mustache, pretty disgraceful.
Let's put him... I want to put him above Orochi, though.
I do think it looks better than Orochi overall.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, the aesthetic appearance is better than Orochi.
That's fair.
Now, who is
Next
this
up
dude?
is Judge, Sanji's dad.
Oh, right. I expected him to have, like, blonde hair or something for some reason.
He
Nope.
does have blonde hair.
Oh, he just has the black mustache.
Yes.
So it's very distinct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
I do wonder if it's kind of trying too hard.
yeah.
Yeah. I want to put him near the bottom of F tier.
Near the bottom of
There's
F tier?
an
or
F.
F tier?
F.
Really?
Because F. Like, I want to put him, like, somewhere around, like, pound or gain. But
I
again,
would-
like...
I would say it's better than Senior Pink's.
Pink, yeah, I can see that. Like, there is a semblance of effort in this mustache, but it's like, it just is not an aesthetic good look.
No, it's really not.
The execution is just not there. Now, Vista.
Vista has a magnificent mustache.
I think it's very good. Like, he does his Captain Justice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he's quite S tier. I don't know if he quite beats out Qingzhou, but he's at the very least high A tier.
I think Vista is the homage as opposed to Weevil's copycat.
Yes. It helps that it has a different shape from Whitebeard's.
Yes. Actually, I feel like this is Strussen's has a similar shape, but it's like more bulbous at the end.
Strussen has a more puffy mustache.
Yeah, so it's definitely up there, and like in A tier. We should just need to do a bit of a comparison to see.
I want to say somewhere around Momonga.
Let me just have a look at the mustache as a whole. Just see how big it is the other question. Ooh, that's a nice mustache.
It is very nice. It's like A tier minimum. I just don't know where in A tier.
I want to say high A tier, honestly.
You know what? It's very similar to Roger's mustache.
Yeah,
I want to put it like between Roger and Gorbachev.
I would agree.
I think that's appropriate. Yeah.
I agree.
Now this dude, I forgot his name, but he's like he's the guy from
Watatsumi.
It's Pound-esque, I think.
Yeah. I want to honestly just above pounds. Yeah,
I think it works better with his overall face and hair, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now who this?
Walem. He's an ally of the Whitebeard pirates.
It's
pretty
I'm
shit,
gonna be real. It's not.
shit mustache.
It's pretty terrible. Yeah, it's like that one Marine guy. Honestly, it's like almost identical to the Marine guy, maybe slightly better.
It is ever so slightly better. So we shall put it. It is literally halfway between what the Marine guy and Senor Pink.
Yeah.
So, just put it between those two. Honestly.
Now Wapo is like just worse Judge mustache.
Yeah, honestly, I'd put him in disgrace tier, frankly. It's a pretty shit mustache.
Yeah, I can live with that. It's like it's no, it's worse than Orochi's. So it's one below Orochi because it's almost the same as Orochi. They even have the same facial expression.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that tracks.
They're very similar characters. Wapo is probably the character I have the biggest problem with in One Piece. Like, not the biggest problem. Like, he's one of the few Karma Houdinis in One Piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Eru.
Yeah.
Are the two characters who basically did not have to face any major consequences for their actions. Because Wapo is still king and Eru is kind of still living his dream.
Now, this guy, I don't know who the fuck he is.
It's not a great mustache either.
No, it's really not. It's another E or F tier, frankly.
Honestly, just slap him in F tier. Like, it's maybe better than Fisher Tigers, but that's about it.
Yeah.
This is a disgrace. It's a disgrace, whoever he is.
It is.
Yeah. Question is,
it's like it's not even as good as. It's just one step above the Hitler stash.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? This is the guy who aced mistook for Blackbeard.
Well, it's a good thing that they are well placed then.
Right below Blackbeard.
Ah, yes, Whoop Slap. Who, again, we have, like, just like the names in this series are wonderful.
All over the place.
Okay, so Whoop Slap just looks like a middle-aged or elderly Japanese man.
Kinda, yeah.
It's just like there's like might as well be a real human being. It's just extremely normal.
Yeah.
Like I would say it's like if we could find the exact center point of our tier list, he would be there.
So C tier then, or low C, high D, somewhere in there. Because we literally have 8 tiers.
Yeah, so I would say it's like not bad, but it's not. It's like better than our Lumbus's, I guess, if by compatibility alone.
It's very similar to him. It's very similar to the Tontara King, I think, except for the fact that he's not got a full beard, and the Tontara's is slightly bushier. So I'd say just below the Tontara.
I could live with that. Yes.
The Tontara King or the Tontara?
No, the Tontara, the Tontara in C tier.
Okay, yeah. So just a tad above Olympus.
Who dis?
I'm looking right now. Yarisugi, who is a Commodore in G5. He's in Smoker's Unit.
The mustache might as well not be there. It's kind of just like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just... It's the same tier as the twins.
Mm-hmm.
At best.
Yeah. I'd say right below the twins.
I can live with that, yeah. They have those four have the same style. This is all honestly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I do think we're...
So, Yatape is next. Well, the Yakuza dudes.
Yeah, no, he's the same as the twins, I would say.
You want to put him above or below the twins?
I would say above the twins, because it's at least a little bit different. But it's not as good as strawberries.
Yeah.
No.
And now, I think we can safely end with Zeph on an S tier.
Yeah, Zeph is S tier.
Easily. Where an S tier, though?
I do not think it's as good as Qingzhou the Elder.
I don't think it's as good as Magai either.
I think it's better than Qingzhou the Younger.
Yeah. At least we're ending on a high note with an S tier placement. Because
That's like surprisingly less S tiers than I thought we'd have.
I mean, we have a sizable number of A and B tiers.
That's true.
An S tier is meant to be pretty exclusive.
I mean, it's a hell of a club.
Yeah.
Looking at that, there's a pretty high correlation between power level and mustache quality. Looking at this list.
Honestly, the only two characters who are in S tier stat-wise that aren't like top level pirates or marines are Zeph and Magai.
Yeah, because like Qingzhou at his peak was like, I mean, time. Yes, at the same time, if you can survive against Garp, that already makes you better than most of... Garp in his prime, mind you. So if you can survive against Garp in his prime, that already makes you better than the majority of the people in the world.
Yeah.
Let's be real. He's in good... Whitebeard lost to Garp. Whitebeard in his prime lost to Garp in his prime. So, like, Qingzhou's in good company.
I think I think Triangle Beard Man might be part of the Big Mom Pirates. So look.
That would make sense. But I want to put him in E tier.
I need to have a different look at him. And then I'll... Aha, he's nameless. Darn. He's nameless, which doesn't help. I want to believe that his moustache is just a triangle, that it doesn't connect up with his chin, but
I don't think that's realistic. Just put him next to the other guy we couldn't find. Like next to Shiki.
Shiki.
Sus tier. Yes, there.
Oh.
And should we give Vegapunk an honorary? Should we put Vegapunk as an honorary S tier just because he knows everything? canonically.
If we do, he'd be at the bottom of the S tier.
Oh no, he's like he's honorary, meaning he's at the very bottom, but like just because he knows a lot of stuff.
Well, that is our tier list.
You want to download that and like save it so we can like post it to servers later?
There we go.
Sounds like a good idea.
And now, this was really fun. I really enjoyed this. We should do something like this again. We already have a few in the tank.
Well, we've currently got planned for Halloween movie monsters tier list.
That's a good one, yeah. Honestly, we could literally have a stream where we just scroll through, like browse through top of the month in Tiermaker and kind of just go from there.
Yeah.
It is kind of the gift that keeps on giving, in terms of endless possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's our tier list. Thank you everyone for joining us. What do we got cooking for this week?
Saturday is the mid-season check-in, even though, as we've said multiple times, it's less of a mid-season check-in for some shows and more of an end-of-season check-in. Sunday
it really depends on the show.
Sunday is D&D. We are in the middle of fighting an ancient white dragon, which has been corrupted, which is fun. Thankfully, it only has a grudge against Jack and Gen's characters rather than my character. I haven't taken any damage yet, so I'm quite happy.
You are a lucky motherfucker.
You should absolutely sell them out and like get some fat loot.
Well, here's the thing. As the session ended, the dragon fell through a hole with Jack and Gen's characters, leaving my character and Jack's brother's character just on the surface, and just should we go after them or leave?
Please do not leave us.
Why not both?
We won't leave you, maybe. Tuesday, no fucking clue what we're gonna do Tuesday. Maybe Mass Effect? I don't know. And then next Thursday, what do we have planned for next Thursday, if anything?
We do not have anything planned, so it's likely going to be a game stream.
Figure out as you go along.
We'll figure it out at some point this coming week, yeah. But otherwise, as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching us very arbitrarily pick best mustaches.
I mean, let's be real. It was very logical.
If you have any
on a completely subjective level,
yeah. If you have any issues with our rankings, sorry, but we chose what we thought was best. We do not regret putting Weevil last. He deserves to be last for that pale imitation of the best moustache.
Yes.
As always, please give us a follow on Twitch and Twitter, a subscribe on YouTube, where the archives are still going up. I watched somebody else do a Tiermaker stream and video on YouTube, and they put up very nice graphics for when they put something in a particular tier. We won't be doing that because we are not good at editing. I don't think I have editing software that could do that. But this will go up. This will go up in a couple of weeks. So otherwise, thank you for watching, and we will see you on Saturday. Good night.
Later.
Bye.